Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Patriots Franchise. We're jumping right in. We got a couple weeks ahead of us. We're using modded Madden to do it. Let's get this to 500 likes at least, and make sure to sub while you're here. But looking at it this week, we have to play the Texans. And then looking at the rankings first, after putting up two back-to-back dominant wins to start the season, we are the 8th ranked team. Still, nobody's giving us our flowers. Offensive power rankings, we are sitting at 1. But looking down here defensively, we're sitting at 7. So some pretty good rankings, except for the overall one. I don't understand it. Stats-wise, the story in week number 1 and 2 was our running back group. Blake Corum's on a hot streak. Marshall running the ball pretty well, averaging 3 yards per carry. Still not the best, but Donovan Edwards, 4.2. But Blake Corum, starting out the season, very, very hot. As well as passing. Bo Nix somehow top of the league right now, but only 37 completions. That's also been a breakout from Darius Slayton. 314 yards. In 2 games now, he's used his speed, broken coverages, and we've taken advantage of it. And our rookie Jalen Hale had 3 touchdowns as well. What about Marvin Harrison, though? Well, he's sitting at the bottom. Hasn't gotten too open. It's been a little bit interesting. Looking at it this week, we are playing the Houston Texans, who also are 2 and one of the best offenses as well in the league. Looking at the rushing stats, pretty even across the board. Passing yards, though, we do have the upper edge, third down conversion, and red zone efficiency. The Texans do dominate us. And the one thing to do know about the Texans is that their running back room, injured. It's absolutely crazy, and yet still somehow they have ran the ball really, really efficiently here. Amari Daniels, 74 overall, elusive back out of A&M playing well. Imani Bailey out of TCU also running the ball very well. A little bit surprising, as they do have a couple of bad injuries to Dylan Edwards, Trevor Etienne. I don't know how they've gotten to 2-0, but they are one of the best teams in the AFC. One of the guys we do have to watch out for, CJ Stroud. Pretty solid start to this year, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. Actually, that's a fantastic start to this year, 400 yards. Straight across the board. Nothing too crazy from him. Only been sacked once. Very high rating. We do have to watch out today for Tank Dell. Tank Dell, obviously, one of the biggest up-and-coming receivers in the league. He's up to an 86 overall here, and the 93 speed is ridiculous. His route running is nuts. Xavier Hutchinson up to a 75. Nico Collins, a 90 overall. So this receiving core is actually absolutely wild. Taking a look now at their entire depth chart. Theo Johnson, a former New England Patriot, does lead the way. We did have to cut him, but their offensive line, very, very good. Brandon Baker, the only weak spot, so it's going to be tough for us here today to stop them. Hopefully our 3-4 can prove strong. Will Anderson leading the way. Former MVP Will Anderson, cannot believe that did happen, leads the way for them on the defensive line. Very good defensive line, if you ask me. But after that, they get a little bit weaker when looking at their linebacking core because their secondary is ridiculous. L'Jarius Sneed, Derek Stingley, Michael Carter. Michael Carter's given us fits in the past before, but Jalen Petrie is all the way up to 91. Tyler Nubin, New York Giant draft pick IRL, is there at free safety backing him up, but Jalen Thompson there still. They are absolutely ridiculous across the board. This is going to be one of our toughest games of the season. Hopefully we can start off strong, but we have to go through training first. And I think our weekly strategy this week is going to be stopping the deep ball. I do not want them going up and over top of us. We know our secondary is now the weak point on our team. And today I do want to shut down Will Anderson. It's as simple as that. Blitz counter, making sure nobody's getting to us. I would and am thinking about running it, but I think really playing against the blitz is going to be our benefit. And we really need to make sure we have no injuries on the board this week. We need everybody healthy. We're an 87 overall team. They're an 87 overall defense. 85 overall offense. Probably would be a little bit better if their guys weren't injured. But this is a tough team. This is a Super Bowl type team today coming in, and we do have no injuries. So we're going to jump right into this game and see if we can take down this Houston Texans team. Going into today, Bo Nix coming off a very hot week in week number 2. Did have the 1 interception in week number 1, but so far things are in order. Our goal today with him, and our goal this season with Bo Nix, is to stay under 10 interceptions. And if we could do that, that would be a beautiful, beautiful thing. Limiting the turnovers will be the key to success. We saw it against the Panthers in the Super Bowl. I want to limit the turnovers going across the board, but also being able to force them. We only have 2 forced turnovers so far this season. 1 a game would be solid, but it still would put us probably middle of the pack in the league. But, I mean, last year the numbers were a little inflated. Anthony Richardson, a big responsibility in that, almost putting up Jameis Winston type numbers. But the home field advantage is not ours today, as Palmer Williams is going to get us started. But one of the big focuses today is that CJ Stroud has only been sacked once this season. That's going to be tough for us if we do want to make plays this year, as Ivan Pace getting us started with the first tackle on the day, coming in at that middle linebacker spot, especially if we're in a base 3-4 is going to be awesome. But having guys that we can flex all around, Pace in there, Carter, Simmons, across the board. So many new linebackers joining our team, and it's been so awesome so far. CJ Stroud quick and underneath. It is caught by Nico Collins. Christian Gonzalez there in coverage. Gonzalez so far doing very, very well for us, but I don't think I can say the same for our other corners. Honestly, Lester has done decent, but across the board, we have had some troubles. This one thrown low as he was hit as he threw, but Tank Dell brings it in. So we are getting the pressure there on CJ Stroud. That's good, but we need to be able to finish. It is Kobe Bryant letting up another catch. Marcus Jones, the more I'm thinking about it, may be coming in for us, as we are going to be blitzing some of our guys here. Christian Gonzalez coming on the blitz as we get the pressure again, but the ball's dumped off. Thank goodness Jerome Baker's there in coverage, able to knock it out. Contested throw, contested catch, but a solid job there as we do move some guys around. We're in coverage with Watts as it's thrown underneath. Easy completion there, just going down. But it's cool to see our undrafted rookie, even there, getting some playing time. His development was insane thanks to progression tool. As on another 3rd and 4, they are going to be going to the air. We're locking down in man-to-man coverage, hopefully, as we're running out. As it's quick and underneath, Tank Dell brings it in as Barrymore in the middle gets banged up. And this is where we cannot have injuries. Christian Barrymore in the middle. We cannot afford to lose him for long stretches this season because of how our defensive line is. Yes, our linebacking core got a massive upgrade. Our defensive line, not so much. I was kind of relying on them as they do give it to the outside. Tank Dell tries to cut it in, but Brian Burns, what a tackle. One-on-one against former New England Patriot Theo Johnson. As I am going to guess pass here, I'm going to fully commit to the air. I don't think they're going to run it with Bailey, and they do up the middle. Luckily enough, we do scrape off Justin Matabuke making a nice tackle, and instead of 3rd and 4 like it's been the last 2 times, 3rd and 6 is Barrymore will be out for the rest of this game. Bobby Brown has to now make plays for us. That is going to be crucial. As I'm actually going to take Jabril Peppers, turn him man-to-man instead. Oh, as we are going to guess pass, almost guess run there. As Carter, free rusher up the edge, and this one's kipped underneath. A dropped interception, but I'll still take a good way to end the drive. More pressure on CJ Stroud forcing the ball out. And I will take a field goal all day long. Look at the bottom of the screen. Sam Howell, quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks now, balling out over there. 3 touchdowns today. Player of the week last week. He may be a breakout player, but it's now our turn to get things rolling. Back deep to return is going to be Kadarius Toney. He's just going to take a knee. He is getting his job back after last week, after the fumble on the return. Jordan Marshall, I'm not too sold with him at kick returner just yet, but I am sold with him as punt returner. Almost 10 yards per return has been awesome coming out from him as Bo Nix. 7 touchdowns, 1 pick, man. Doing a great job so far, but hopefully our running game can continue its success this week as we do go pitch play to the outside. Blake Corum trying to get to the edge, getting chased down there by the linebacker, only getting 1 yard. Last week ran for 55, week before that ran for over 100. But you notice it says carries, that's very limited. It's not coming from volume, it's just coming from his ability to make plays when needed. As we are going to switch this to a full-on pass here, they're stacking the box. If A-gap pressure comes, we should have some success. This one thrown right across the middle. Petrie interception, so reminiscent of the Panthers game. Oh my goodness. The safety sitting right at the line of scrimmage. I lose him every single time. That's a killer. Jalen Petrie nabbing that one to start the game as we have to get a stop now, force the Houston Texans just to a field goal. This one up the seam is caught, and it is going to be down at the 1 yard line just like that. Hutchinson brings it in. I left him a little too early, so we're going to have to bring the blitz. We're going to have to keep him contested here. It looks like they're not going to go jumbo packages just yet. I am going to guess a run, though. As they go to the air, as Tank Dell back of the end zone takes it, and it's out of bounds. But Houston did challenge things. This could be bad for us, going down 10-0 early. I've been talking about limiting the turnovers, and if this is how this game starts, that is rough. And it looks like it is a touchdown. Dang it. That's not what we wanted in this one, starting down 10-0. We have to form a comeback here. In week number 3, you're not going to win every game, but still, we're going to attempt to here as no block comes out. Field goal's up and good, and we are down 10. This time, Kadarius Toney is going to take this one out of the back of the end zone if we can start it off hot here, but no good blocking from our return team. I'm excited to see next year how Madden does implement the new return system. I think it's going to be very exciting. I cannot wait for the clips to come out of that, but we have to resettle back down. Now, no interceptions. We are going to still trust to the air here as we're just going to go out to Edwards on the sideline. He's able to catch a turn up for 5, so there we go. We got a completion on the board that isn't to the other team, but now finally Jordan Marshall does check in at running back, and this is going to be an inside zone that we are going to take to the outside. Jordan Marshall, quick and running, and he makes a juke move that makes 3 defenders miss. That's the kind of weapon that he can be for us. I saw in the comments we need to fix his helmet. That I know. I forgot. But I am all for those types of run there. As this time Donovan Edwards, and the blocking just couldn't get picked up. Slayton, if you could just hold your block for a second longer, maybe we could have opened that up. So instead we do have to go to the air very, very quickly out to the outside. Bad throw again. Could have been intercepted. I thought that with the way Stingley turned in, it was man-to-man coverage. I told you this secondary is going to be insane. So we have to get one of the sticks here. That's going to be very important as we're going to go quick actually to the tight end, and he is able to bring it in with the penalty in tow from Petrie. So Jalen Petrie hits him with the face mask. That's going to give us an extra 15 yards after the catch. The blitz coming in heavy there. We're able to adjust, make the good throw. As Jawan Johnson actually got injured on that play, pulled his hamstring, so he's going to be subbed out. So after the great play, we do take an L in some type of facet with that one. As Blake Corum run to the outside, we're actually going to take this one in, break it back out, and that's Blake Corum's first good run of the day, this time for 8. And hopefully this will set us up to continue to have success. But actually, if we got to Slayton here just to pick up the first down, nice and easy as he breaks a tackle, getting upfield. The RPO action working for us, almost looking like a play action. And I would love to put this one into the end zone. That'd be huge. Here's a great block from Brinkstool as we move forward now with Jordan Marshall. 2 carries. 426 so far as Thompson was able to finish it off. So far, things are moving well. Can we fit this one into the end zone? I see the hole opening up. We find it, fall through, and it's 1st and goal, and we're going to check right back to another run here, and looks like they're stacking that side, so we'll take it the opposite way, as it is Donovan Edwards fighting his way into the end zone, his first rushing touchdown of the year. This year for him, it may not be about the yards. It may just be about the tough runs. If you saw during the progression system, his overall in break tackle jumped up to like an 86 or something. It's ridiculous. He can break tackles all over the field, kind of treating him like a Leonard Fournette type build. And, it's not the best comparison in the world, but I think it's kind of where I see him fitting into our offense. If you want to take it another way, it could be like a lightning and thunder, but then again, we're running a 3 running back system. But looking at the bottom of the screen, the Dolphins took another bad L, this time to the Chargers. Absolutely ridiculous. The Dolphins not starting off the year too hot. 2 back-to-back big losses, one against us, one against another team, as CJ Stroud takes this and goes absolutely nowhere on the read option. Brian Burns continuing to make plays in the run, not in the pass. I don't think he has a sack yet. Instead, Justin Matabuke, if I'm not mistaken, has 4 on the year through the first 2 games, which is awesome. But we're getting no love from the other side here as we are stacking this side. It is a run play to the outside. We are giving chase. This time, Jerome Baker chasing down and shifting the linebackers, I think, is going to be a key to today. As on this 3rd and 14, we're rushing 5. We're bringing a heavy 5-man pressure as hopefully we can lock this one down. As it's a simple pass to the outside, we make a tackle, and there we go. Force a punt. Just like this, we're back in this ball game. So coming back out, I formation look. Do we want to start extending the ball downfield against the secondary? It's a risky maneuver here, but we're going to start with a high ball here to Harrison. This one getting knocked down. Testing Petrie is going to be tough today. I wanted to try to take at least one shot, but we're going to break this down, back down to our bread and butter. A little bit of a run here. Edwards fighting up the seam, only for 3, setting up a 3rd and 7. Already forced to a 3rd and out look if we cannot convert this. But the first quarter is over. Rushing the ball, we're doing well again. Passing, though, we are struggling here today. 1 interception already. Can't add any more. And it looks like the Dolphins are in a man-to-man coverage look. If guys turn and run, that'll be huge. Actually, it is a zone coverage. As we're going to try to force this one outside, and we almost threw an interception again. Braden Smith, the tackle we trade for, goes down with an injury. Bad read across the board. L'Jarius Sneed gets in, and that was just a cover 2 that we completely got burned on. I kind of panicked in the pocket, looked around, tried to check to a 3rd read, and just didn't work. As Lester, we can't seem to get off blocks here. Big return from the Houston Texans, breaking tackles all the way out to the 38. So we definitely need to resettle. Offensively, we need to get things rolling. Bailey on the run, and once again, bottling him up, showing them why we're one of the best, if not the best, rush defense in the league. Outside of a few big plays, we are fine, as Famo's going to have to come in. because Brandon Smith got a high ankle sprain. We traded for him though, so hopefully he can be a plug-in guy, focus on building up depth on our offensive line when we needed to. Hopefully it does work out as another pass, as it's just going to be a dump off here as we're coming downhill. Solid tackle with Baker. We were all over that one. Another 3rd and long here for this Houston team, as we are going to be bringing a blitz. Simmons on the blitz, coming out the middle. We're actually going to have to run out with the linebacker as it is caught, and Lester can't make the tackle. Nico Collins getting upfield. Jabril Peppers the one finishing it off. That's where we cannot make those mistakes. Lester, we need him to be able to wrap up in those situations, as the Texans are going to keep this drive rolling right now. We're going to float here as pressure's coming, and it's picked off by Jerome Baker. Bad throw by CJ Stroud, his first one of the year, and we get back. The linebacker making the first interception for us. Hopefully one of many for him this season. And that's why I like him. That's why I like the speed at the linebacker position. He's a great combination of both. I did see Kenneth Murray was in the free agency pool. Kind of a poor man's Jerome Baker, if you do ask me. But we're going to turn around on offense and get things cooking. And we're going to start cooking right away. Slayton continues his hot start as he does get a crosser to work for him. And we're going to continue this play action look here. Try to break this down as we're looking across, as maybe we can throw it up and over here. Can we fit this ball in? And we almost do. Marvin Harrison just couldn't hold on to it on the sideline. We need him to make those types of catches. Wasn't the best throw in the world. We were doing just enough there to make it work. Blake Corum back on the carry, and we should be able to open this one up. Blake Corum, good run for 11, and there we go. The running backs are back in tow. With him subbing out, it's going to be Donovan Edwards, and they commit to the run here. Is a good cut from Donovan Edwards. We didn't hit the sprint button till late, and he's able to cut up field for 8, and we're going to continue now, bringing the 3rd running back. Back to back to back. This is the power of our running back room right now. Sub one out, bring one in, and hopefully now we can pick up this first down as the cutback lane does open up. Jordan Marshall cutting all the way back across the field, and what a run from him. Could not believe that worked. Cut this one all the way back around. That's too funny. But now we're going to get away from it. We are going to go to the play action. I need people to leak out. We're going to have to throw this one here, and it is caught by Slayton, and his hot start gets even hotter. A receiver who, coming in after last year being the 3rd receiver in terms of receiving yards, is now on a tear this season. First 2 games of the season over 300 yards. Now 2 big crossers in this one, beating the corner, and we're able to squeak this one in. Actually, maybe that was Jalen Thompson in coverage, but that was a phenomenal play from us. Bo Nix absolutely delivering a strike there, keeping us not just in this game, but giving us the lead. Dicker, the kicker, comes in, the absolute goat here, putting it through, and we are up. No more missed field goals. That's the goal for this episode as well. If you don't know, Madden's a little bit harder with kicking, and I haven't had the best luck, so it's been interesting. So let's sit back down on defense, make plays, and that's one heck of a way to start it there. Good freaking tackle coming out from Ajabo, and I absolutely love the way we mix up our cores. Our linebacking cores across the board has been awesome. Different matchups based on the formations here, as they're going to go quick across the middle, and this one is caught by Hutchinson. One-on-one with Gonzalez, just got taken off the beat as we do try to bring blitz. But what do you guys think of our secondary so far? I'm not going to lie, I absolutely love it. I think we are putting ourselves in a better position to cover tight ends. That was the biggest thing for me. If we can cover tight ends, that'd be nice. Is this one just thrown out there, and Kobe Bryant, that's a lollipop. Why are we struggling with you in coverage so much? But you look, the pass rush is getting there. We're making plays when we need to. We just can't have our DBs finish it off. That is absolutely killer. As a stretch play to the outside is going to see guys cut it up. Bobby Brown there to finish, and he was a phenomenal pickup last year. Sitting in free agency. Nobody wanted him. Sad face. Nobody cared about him. Sad face. We'll give him a home. We will give him a home, and he's played great for us so far. And then when we needed to, he's gone to play even better. Never mind. I take back everything I said about Kobe Bryant. I'm so sorry. Another interception. Jumping a hitch route on Tank Dell. They've thrown it a couple times this game, but oh my goodness, I take back everything I said about Kobe Bryant. If you do remember, Kobe Bryant started his first 4 career games with 3 interceptions for us, but struggled injuries to start the season. Came back from injuries, got some picks, and then got injured again and was back and forth all season long with injuries. But if he can make plays like that, man, he will keep us in games, and not just keep us in games, but give us leads here as we're going to start going to the air right away. 2 interceptions on CJ Stroud. He's got none to start the season. It's Donovan Edwards. Nice little check down as he just trucks through stingingly. And I don't understand, looking at the bottom of the screen, the Packers and the Bears played a game that was 7-0, and I think Jordan Love only had like 4 passing yards. If you see it come up again, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm seeing something, but a holding call here as we focus back in on our game. is an absolute killer. Kevin Dotson, welcome back to the holding gang. Definitely not what we wanted, as he has struggled this season, or last season, I mean, in holding calls. Our entire offensive line did. So we need to make sure that isn't a problem going forward as we do a jet pass here to the outside. Juke move to the in, but we are brought down. Will Anderson getting the tackle. Not much of an impact so far on the game, but definitely don't want to jinx ourselves here because he's an absolute animal as he does check out. And we're going to go quick to the wheel route here, actually. We're going to Blake Corum up the field for an easy first down. Read the fire blitz, go right at it, make plays, get the first. And maybe, yes, the passing yard numbers aren't there, and that's absolutely fine. Offensively, we're not going for shootouts every single game. If we have to grind out games, we will, as we are going to test a deep shot here. And that's a bad pass. Where's the PI? As we were completely locked up there. Jackson stacking over top of us, slowing us down. I think we should fire the referees. That's my answer to everything here as we do go run up the middle. Marshall falling forward. Bad blocking from Dotson. But that should bring us to a much easier third down. Looking at our draft class, everybody's played so far. Hero Canu's definitely going to get some playing time here, especially now that Barrymore is injured. But hopefully Harrison on this whip route could get open, and he does. Good whip route to the outside, keeping this drive rolling. But now the 2-minute warning is here. Do we commit to the run? This is something we could do here with time on our side. If the gap integrity is bad, we could go to the run. But with Slayton one-on-one backside, I want to trust him here. We are going to go to a hitch route very, very quickly. One-on-one, and he does win it. Darius Slayton continues. No, he drops it. Oh, dude, that was a perfect opportunity. But then again, Stingley, great corner over there. That was perfect for us to try to make a play. As maybe we could see Hale make a play. As the pressure's now coming off the edge and we are brought down. Jermaine Johnson, that's who they brought in on the other side. An absolute animal. We almost got him in free agency. We were looking at him, but my problem was he was a little too expensive. So now 3rd and 18. We got to make a play. We got to throw this down the field. And I see him. Kadarius Toney wide open, broken coverage. Just like that, Kadarius Toney gets his 2nd receiving touchdown of the season so far. He took the screenplay in week number 1. Harrison still without one. That's crazy to think. Hale's got 3. Darius Slayton got 3. Kadarius Toney got 2. But our poor superstar X-Factor receiver not getting the attention he deserves, but maybe just drawing the attention. But such a good touchdown pass there. We're up 21 now to 10 because of the Houston Texans' mistakes. Let's go. CJ Stroud burning him down here in this 2nd quarter. So it looks like they are going to push it. So this is where hopefully if we just commit to pass, drop our guys in the middle, this is where Simmons is really going to shine for us. Maybe we can make a good play here as they go 4 verticals and it looks like they're just going to dump it off. Instead, it's CJ Stroud running. We're not able to force a fumble, but still gets about 8 as the clock is going to continue to run. We're going to sit in these nickel looks here as they do check some guys around. Theo Johnson moving on the other side of the field. Tank Dell, kind of like a Y flex look there. Man in motion, taking off a lot of time here. And so this should be a stick concept. If I do know this play myself, we're going to sit on it as it is up the seam and it is caught. Tank Dell, what a freaking catch. And they do burn a timeout. So instead, we are going to stick to the man-to-man. Go over to what our bread and butter is. It's gotten an interception so far today. Running back leaking out. It could be another Kobe Bryant interception if you just were in a little bit better positioning. I get excited every time one of those hitch routes is thrown. And that's just crucial for us to make plays. But it just sucked as they do throw it to the outside and Christian Gonzalez go for the pick. Please, we could have gotten number 3 as our defense just continues to make plays here when we need them. I thought this game was going to start off rough, but we scored 21 unanswered as they just dump this one down and it's a fumble. CJ Gardner-Johnson picks it up, 28 seconds left. Bailey able to fumble it away. And it is probably going to go to a booth review, and that would suck. I thought we got a great forced fumble there. I didn't think his leg was down. Let's take a look at it one more time. Oh, and it's completely out. Oh, that's a horrible call by me. Simmons, though, good job still coming up and making the tackle. They're going to get the ball back. 29 seconds now left on the clock. 3rd and 10. We are going dollar look, and I can't change the play or anything. So I just have to pray our guys are in the right position. But they do burn a timeout as the clock runs out. Interesting situation there. 12 seconds, though. Javon Bullard now checks in. In the middle is going to be Baker. We're going to roam with him here. Really keep an eye on Nico Collins up the seam. As I said, looks like they are going to throw underneath. We're going to run with it. Pressure coming, though, as we do get the sack. And does that knock them out of field goal range? It does. Wow, Keon White coming in with Barrymore injured because that moved Justin Matabuke there to the inside. And White making an impact sack for us to take this to halftime. What an absolute play. Looking at it now, we did a good job. We're going to come out in the 2nd half, really try to run the ball, dominate TOP. And the nice thing is we do start with the football. Accidentally skip through the halftime stats. Nonetheless, though, We are back to it. Kadarius Toney definitely not going to return this one. But here we go. Starting off first, Corum been a little quiet today. We've gotten 1 or 2 good runs, but we're going to try to go back to it, as this one should open up. Unfortunately, doesn't. He's only got 4 of 20, still averaging 5 yards a carry. Like, we're getting mad at 5 yards a carry right now with Corum. That's how crazy he's played. But now the trap to the 3-tech here could open it up for us, but a really good job from Henry Toto'o just to fill in there. A very underrated linebacker in the league, if you do ask me. I think his speed and versatility is good. His size is the only thing I don't like sometimes. I feel like he gets pushed off his spot a little too much. But in Madden, absolute dog here, as we are going to scramble out and just try to fire this one to Slayton underneath. Slayton just catching it and continues to be a reliable target for us. I'm about to move him in Harris's position just to try to get Harrison the ball more, but I don't want to ruin a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sit there and jeopardize something that's done so well for us, as we are going to run the ball with Edwards now and just try to find a hole up the middle. And that's a good thing about Edwards. That looked like a broken run. If we took it to the outside, wouldn't have gotten anywhere. But holy crap, what a solid run. And hopefully here we can just keep this up. And as the season goes on, don't worry, the skill level will get harder. The sliders have been increased every single game. But after a bad run from Marshall, we have to be able to get this first up the middle. And this is why we like Edwards. Doing it again, picking it up. We are going to fake it this time. Go play action look. And Edwards is just going to be able to leak out. We're going to give him this ball. Get to the sideline. Toto'o miss. Blake Corum's juke move is disgusting. Good job with him getting upfield. Every single one of our running backs getting involved. Passing game, running game, whatever we need, we are getting. So we're going to try to take a shot to the end zone right now. One-on-one, lead him inside, test him up. Harrison not able to bring it in. Had to try it one time. Nestor back there at safety. Not the best safety in the world, so that gave me a little bit of confidence. Confidence, though, did look falsely put, and this is one of the things I do miss. This is a bread and butter play, if you do remember, with Demario Douglas. But you know what? Kadarius Toney out there, I will take it. I miss Demario Douglas, I'm not going to lie. But so far, I think our offense has been more complete across the board. I think we've had the ability to just make better plays for us, as Edwards now on this carry again. Good block from Jawan Johnson as we go to cut upfield just for 3. And if you're part of No Drip Gang, please stand up. Donovan Edwards doing a really good job today with an increased workload. Didn't even mean it that way. It's all called for it here. As out the outside, Harrison should be able to fit this one in. Great coverage, but an even better pass. Oh my goodness, Bo Nix, keep cooking, please, as Harrison trying the backflip. Absolutely love it. But such a good window tucking it in right there. No freaking way. 28 now on the board for us. 28 unanswered against the Houston Texans. A good breakdown between run and pass. 18 rushes, 22 passes, and 28 points to show. Really, really good job. So coming back out, I want to keep applying pressure on this drive. CJ Stroud continue to get him off his spot as they do just go quick and underneath. We make the tackle. Looked like Nico Collins was going to break it, but no deep shots today. Our goal coming in of eliminating the deep ball has come to fruition. There hasn't been a single deep attempt registered today, and I think we're going to continue to keep this up, hopefully. I don't want them taking any deep shots as they do go play action, as we're running with a crosser, as Kobe Bryant almost gets his other interception today. This is crazy. Our defense, our secondary stepping up when we need them. There was no reason that this should have happened the way it has, but we are bunching people up here. Pressing tanked out a little bit, but he's got to get to the other side as the pass is coming out, and it's up the seam and caught by Hutchinson. They burned us in these cover 3 looks up the seams. It's a way you should beat it, but I have a thought with our guys moved around that way, it should have been a little bit better for us. So we are back to it here. This time run up the middle. Manny Bailey finally got a good run, but I think you guys roasted me in the comments for switching away from the 3-4 last year. Hopefully you guys are happy it's back. Bill Belichick at DC has been a fun little thing to do as they go up and over the top. Theo Johnson, if I knew you can catch the ball like that, I would have kept you on our roster as the big former Penn State tight end. An absolute man animal. As he's setting up now inside the red zone, and they do go to the run, and Simmons, we're bottling it up. What a play from us coming downfield. 8 carries, 11 yards, that's it. CJ Stroud's got half of that right now. But here we go. One more time, bringing the blitz. I got to stop bringing it at this point. Our 4-man pressures are doing enough. Yeah, even with Barrymore out, as Thornton is able to bring it in. But those man blitzes just not having the success that we need them to have, as we are going to have to drop Keon White in this look here. As we're watching up the seams quick, as it is going to be up the seams. And it's caught. Jabril Peppers couldn't even read it. Nico Collins finally. The Houston Texans, after a dominant first quarter, are back on the board here late in the third. This game's not over, obviously. They're only down now by 11 points, touchdown, and a field goal here. Not able to get the block. Fairbairn is going to be able to put this one in. Can we get a good return here? That would be an awesome feeling, but with that catch, absolutely not. It's crazy thing that we targeted Harrison 8 different times today, only walked down with 3 catches, but he did finally get his first touchdown on the year. So that is a good positive out of the situation, but obviously the receiving numbers, not like we've seen so far this year. As we are going to go to him, though, on the sideline. He's going to be open, and a quick juke move from Stingley. He's not going to be able to get him out of his shoes. It's Bo Nix, 3 touchdowns today, so he's 10 on 2 so far today. I think it's a lot better comparative to where we were last year. The numbers last year didn't speak for themselves as we try to cut this one up the middle, but Petrie filling really, really well there up the middle. A little bit better than I thought. I thought maybe we could fall forward for a first down. But obviously, that's not the case. So we have to go to an RPO look here. As we're going to go quick to the outside. Jalen Hale, welcome to the game as he's got his first or second catch, but this one a crucial one for a first down, as that was actually his first catch on the day. So hey, welcome to the game there, big dog. 3 touchdown catches last week, so obviously a little worse, but that's how the game works. As out the outside, Jawan Johnson, a late throw out to him, but we're still able to fit it in. Jawan Johnson is somehow playing with a pulled hamstring. I don't know why we decided to keep him in the game, but I thought I took him out. And Brevin Jordan, former Giants franchise legend, if you're a true OG and remember, it would be great. As we are going to test it. Broken coverage, Harrison up and over the top, and we miss him. What is with Marvin Harrison? Why can we not get the ball to him so far to start this season? He is going to pull a diva move and demand a trade, I swear. If we just can't get him the ball, that's crazy. It's just leaking out. Maybe we could force it to a running back, but no, we take a bad sack and we have to punt this one away. I was staring down the running back there or the corner. Bad read on my part. More mad that we couldn't get the ball to Harrison still. We had to punt this one away with the score 17-28. 2 of the best offenses in the league duke it out. But with Houston Texans averaging 150 on the ground, I think we're doing a good job shutting them down today. Homer Williams kicked every ball out of the back of the end zone so far this season. We even had 1 return against us. And look at the leg power, pinning them very, very deep here. Leicester, we got to be able to get off the blocks because Bailey's got a lot of room here. Bailey, thank goodness, getting tackled there by Marcus Jones. And one of the things I thought about this season was implementing Marcus Jones into our offense a little bit. If you do remember, he did play offense a little bit for the Patriots, some screenplays, some fun opportunities. I was actually at the game against the New York Jets where he did return that punt for a touchdown to win the game. Got flown out by the New York Jets. Man, I got a ton of stories I wish I could tell, but did get flown out by the New York Jets on that trip. It was a cool opportunity as a MetLife partner, but it was cool seeing the Patriots Stadium, getting a private tour as we go out now. They throw it to Theo Johnson, and I thought we were going to be in the window, but what is with Theo Johnson, the former New England Patriot, continue to make plays? We just struggle with tight ends. Simple as that. Doesn't matter if they played for us formerly. I don't know. I'm like, just every single tight end is an absolute animal against us, puts up great stat numbers. The quarterbacks love them as we just drop now, and they hit it across the middle again. This time, we're in cover too. Like, that play should not be happening. And this is why I brought in Simmons. He's one-on-one with Theo Johnson. Just keep an eye on that matchup right there as we're watching for something underneath. As it's dead over the top, and Lester tips it up and picks it off. Lester, first interception as a rookie. What a play. Tips it up, tipped it to himself as he walks down with the interception late in this game, especially with a solid drive starting out for the Houston Texans. You can't be having that happen. But Lester brings it down. Such a good play. Continues to have his success. Kind of a role I envisioned a little bit for Javon Bullard, but obviously with our safety grouping kind of lost in the sauce. But Lester could be an absolute animal for us. We have to check about how the other defensive backs that we didn't select have been doing as we do go play action. And immediately I do want to take a deep shot, but no way. Pressure getting to us right away. Jermaine Johnson getting a sack and a half now there. Will Anderson, we're getting more pressure from the other side from him. As yes, we did get the interception, but we may not be able to do anything with it here. That's wild. It's just across the side to Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton, good juke move. There's no way getting upfield, making it a 3rd and 3. Darius Slayton would play. And this is a massive run opportunity here. If we can get Kevin Dotson to scrape off the right way and get a first down, that'd be huge. Jordan Marshall can't find the hole. Having a great day running the football, but that's one we definitely needed, as Palmer Williams will have to come in and punt this one away. Absolute killer. Lester coming off the interception now have the opportunity to make the tackle from the gunner spot, and he will just force a fair catch. So back to defense we go. Only up 11 in this ball game and lost our bit of control. So here we go. Bailey, I'm expecting a run here to start. Will they go ahead and do it? CJ Stroud, nope, going to the air. Quick cover 3. We know where we've gotten burned so far as they just dump it off. And we come down for the big hit. And Isaiah Simmons coughs up a fumble for us. I knew it was coming. Our get back here, Bailey, the young running back, putting the ball on the ground. And that was a perfect play. Read it all the way as we get Edwards up the middle, just falling forward for a first down. Give him 7. Cannot believe we really did force one earlier in the game. Got called back. Isaiah Simmons says, hold my drink. Watch me do it again. Is up the middle. We can't get the first. Corum, 6 of 25. That's it. First game below 5 yards per carry. But this is another important one here. This is where we got to get this first down. Using Donovan Edwards as a lead blocker, he seals the hole as we do get enough to get forward and continue this drive. I want to end this in a touchdown, obviously. But taking the lead from 11 to 14 is also very, very crucial. Trap play now coming out. Edwards up the middle. Edwards, can we make one guy miss? Petrie's hard to make miss, but instead we boil right over him. Edwards. Such a good run. I think second one on the day, if I'm not mistaken. Probably one of the better runs on the day. Just splitting the hole. Watch him fall forward. Dang. Defensive lineman kind of gave him a little bit of a help there, but really good job finding green grass, getting in the end zone as Dicker the kicker, the absolute GOAT of Patriots franchise, elected by me and me only, puts it in. And if you're this poor soul, I'd like to talk about your comment. This guy, Redacted Pilot 4, goes, late comment, but there's no need to have 82 overall RBs on the roster. I say trade Corum and Frank Gore. Well, in my response to that real time, instead of responding to you, so if you do see me reading this, hopefully you get a good kick out of it, because I don't think any YouTuber's ever done this, so here we go. No, like maybe Frank Gore, but no, we're winning. Darius Slayton's playing well. Everybody's playing well. I'm not going to change it just yet. And the trade value we're going to get from it isn't going to be a lot. But maybe down the line, yes. But for right now, no. I'm enjoying this too much. A 3 running back system. When you also are going to see that is Nico Collins absolutely muscles us down the field. Kobe Bryant giving chase. Kobe Bryant can't get it. And oh my goodness, one play they're in. Christian Gonzalez, his first big L of the season there. We get a solid, nice, strong touchdown drive. And that's how we wrap it up. Really, really horrible job there. As the Houston Texans bring this game right back to 11, just like that. No freaking way. So there's 6 minutes left in the game. So that means chew clock, run the football, be cool about it. So here we go. Kadarius Toney starting us off on the return. Hopefully no fumble. It's Kadarius Toney finding green grass, getting up the field. And we know they're going to crowd the box here. We know they're going to try to stop the run. We're going to try to go after those. It is Blake Corum getting a carry. Petrie doing a good job coming up and filling, but we're going to start putting on chew clock right now. Now this time it's going to be Edwards' turn. Can we get the run? Up the middle. I'm looking for a seam, and Edwards just almost had it. Such a lucky tackle there at the end. He's got 11 for 50 on the day with 2 touchdowns. Probably his best day on the ground so far this season. But I am actually going to go to the air. I am going to risk it. We are going to go to the air as we do get called instead for the delay game. No worries. It'll give us a little bit more space to work with. I'm not happy with that one, but I put on chew clock and I did forget it's Arch Manning. 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Not the best day from him, as we'll see if this play does work out. A late play action boot. And we did seal the edge. We're getting chased. So can we dump it off to Brinkstool? Can Brinkstool fall forward for the first down? And he does. No, it's 4th and inches. So because we didn't get it, I'm going to play it smart. We are going to punt this football away. Palmer Williams booting it deep. Oh my goodness, Brinkstool. You had the perfect opportunities. He did pin them, Palmer Williams, all the way back at the 20. What an absolute nuke from a punt. Nico Collins, 5 for 122, 2 tutties. We're going to be sitting the dime from here on out. A lot of dime looks because we have to be in man-to-man coverages, and we know they're going to pass the football. We're going to sit back and try to let them beat us. It's up the seam. A good breakup from Javon Bullard. Dude, why is he covered tight ends better than anybody else on our team? I swear. Javon Bullard is a tight end menace, but everybody else, no, not so much. They're going to try to go to the air as they test a deep shot here, as it is just over the head. I was so worried about trying to go for the interception there, switching on, because that just looked like a pacer ball there. Somebody was going to have to run underneath of it. Luckily, nobody did. So back to it. Now we're going to roam with CJ Gardner-Johnson in the middle. See any crossing routes. Instead, they're hitch routes out to the outside. This one is going to be caught, and it is going to be 4th and inches. Obviously, they're going to go for it, but this is where we can end it right here. If we actually just get a solid play, that'll be enough. 5 wide, nobody in on the underneath as they throw it underneath, and it's a good hit from Marcus Jones on Tank Dell. I will take that look all day long as they are motioning guys around. But I really thought that was going to be the game right there. Continuing this 5-wide look. We're running for any sort of ins, quick crossers. We're rolling with it. As CJ Stroud is just going to toss this one out of bounds. 2 tutties, 3 interceptions. 358, though, through the air. So some of our struggles do continue, but they are committing to the pass right now. Looks like they've completely shifted away from them. They haven't been able to run the ball all day long. But now stick concept in breaking route. Instead, test a deep ball. Kobe Bryant one-on-one, and he just gets burned. Again, Kobe Bryant. Marcus Jones is back in. Oh my gosh, it is a roller coaster with Kobe Bryant. One play, he's getting a great interceptions. Next play is letting up a massive deep ball. There has been no in-between with him so far to start this season, as they are going to go for 2 to make it a 3-point game right now. We're going to shift our guys around. I am expecting to go to the air, though, but they do go to the air. Here we go. Good breaker, and it is caught by Tank Dell. It just became a 3-point game very, very quickly. We need to pick up some first downs. Luckily enough, we're good at running the ball. Hopefully, though, we can keep this game in for us. Kadarius Toney, we are just going to let it drop, and safeties are coming downhill. Jordan Marshall has to get this to work here. Jordan Marshall up the middle, nothing really going, as they do burn their first time out. So here we go, now to a screenplay, something a little bit different, just to get a guy in open field, and just like that, Jordan Marshall picks up a first down. That's clutch. Game's still on, but I can't believe that actually worked out. A little bit of a risky call there, but coach suggestions said, and we rolled here, as that is a crucial play, as Donovan Edwards just trying to find his way upfield. Edwards, solid run. They burned their last time out. They still get the 2-minute warning to deal with, but now Jordan Marshall on the run here. Can we get it upfield? We try to break a tackle. Christian Harris, former Giants franchise legend, if you do remember. But it's now 3rd and 6, and this is a very, very big play. The 2-minute warning's here. Down to the wire against the Houston Texans. We have to make a play. Can't afford a turnover. More than anything, no turnovers at all. And so we are going to try to fake it. Play action, get them to commit to the run. No, they go to the air, and we're going to scramble, try to force this one into Harrison, and Harrison caught it. Not having the best start to a season, but making plays in the clutch when we need a huge 3rd down conversion late. And so Donovan Edwards comes in, and they commit to the run. No worries, just go down. As the clock continues to run, that will be it. We will take a QB kneel. And it's time now to go to the stats. Oh, it's going to break our 30 run, 30 pass. Perfect balance, as all things should be. But let's take a look and see how we did. So we did walk away with a win. A little scary there at the end. Our defense lets up big plays all the freaking time, but we put up another 35-point game from us. Texans still put up 32. We are just getting a shootout after shootout after shootout. As 3 touchdowns, 1 interception from Bo Nix, 3 and 3 from CJ Stroud. Completion percentage from both of them is 70, but CJ Stroud 425. Running the ball, though, you saw this is a perfect balance. This is what I want to see. Obviously, Blake Corum's numbers weren't as good this week, but 4, 5, 3.6 across the board. Bo Nix, really, he's the one whose numbers have decreased in the run, with Slayton 77, Harrison 50, 50 almost from Kadarius Toney. Really good job spreading the ball around today, as we did let up 2 sacks, 1 from Sidney So, 1 from Blake Corum. Good pancake blocks, though, and defensively. What a game from Isaiah Simmons. His first really good game as a New England Patriot, I would say. And we did also get 3 interceptions. Christian Gonzalez doesn't have one yet, at least I don't think. But it's time to move on now to next week. The scary thing is it only gets harder from here. Wow, the Chargers, 2 players of the weeks on both ends there. Quinn Ewers also played well. But it only gets worse for us this week. We have to play the Detroit Lions. Now, why are the Detroit Lions super scary? There's a reason because of this. Going over to their roster here at the top, you can see that, hey, look, right now they're 1 and 2, not the best team in the league. But look at this number, 92 overall. They are the best of the best. And this is the reason why you're heading over to their depth chart. Their offense is actually insane except for one position, the quarterback spot. Hendon Hooker's leading the way for them today. Could also be Donovan Smith, depending on how they do play. But Jahmyr Gibbs, 92. Devin Neal, the backup, 83. Looking at the receivers, though, Jamison Williams, 93. Amon-Ra St. Brown at 95. Calvin Ridley there as the 3rd receiver on their roster. Sam Laporta. And their offensive line across the board, 290 overalls. The only weak spot coming in from Prince Pines there actually insane. Defensively, though, looking at them, they're still pretty good. Yes, they're only an 81 overall. Their linebacking core is where we're going to try to take advantage of them here today. Their secondary is pretty decent. Brian Branch at corner, as well as Travis Hunter. And Travis Hunter didn't really develop the way I thought he was going to develop. If you remember, we tried so very hard to go after him. Doesn't get any offensive looks either. Kind of surprising. I do have the former New England Patriot there. Remember, for us, I think he had 2 interceptions for us, only 1 on this season, but it was that pick 6. Pretty good corner over there now, but Travis Hunter is somebody we do need to worry about today, throwing his way. Still pretty solid. How many interceptions did he have in year number 1? Not a single one. A little bit surprising. Brian Branch, though, is an absolute menace as a slot guy. Been in the league now a couple of years. A lot of good numbers to his name. Already 2 picks this year. But the reason why they are the way they are right now is because their starting quarterback, the guy they drafted, Malik Murphy out of Duke, the rookie, first season, first game, first half, went down with an injury. Started off rough, though, 9 of 20 for 150 and 1 interception. So not the best rating, but then did go out and in tow. Hendon Hooker's had to come in so far through his first 2 games. Not the best numbers, not the worst numbers in the world, so it should make our life just a little bit easier. If we were playing a good quarterback, if they had a good quarterback, this team would be terrifying. There would be no way of escaping what really could happen, especially exploiting our secondary there. But looking at the rankings, we did move up. We're now ranked at number 4 in the league. The Seahawks, Commanders, Cowboys still ahead of us. Offensively, though, we're still the best. Defensively, though, we are somewhere lost in the mix, number 20. Still just without Yatir Gross-Matos. Other than that, our team is still good. 9th in the league in passing yards, 3rd in the league in rushing yards, so good numbers there. Defensively against the run, 90, as well as 27th, though, in pass defense. So we definitely need to lock that down today. Stopping the medium pass, I think, is going to be how we're going to do it. So far, we do have a QB1 check-in. Finally, we get to see how Bo Nix has been doing so far, and I'm going to praise him a little bit. I think it's something he does deserve, up to a 77 now, playing well, coming off 3rd place in MVP last year, getting us all the way to Super Bowl. You got to give him his flowers eventually, and this is our first really time to do it. And if we have a credit check, 300 yards with Bo Nix, which is possible today, who knows? Maybe we'll get some sort of upgrade ability with him, but it is Madden, so we really don't know what's going to happen there. Weekly strategy, we are going to be trying to shut down the run. I said medium pass, but I am going to go ahead and try to shut down the run only because the Lions have a very good running game. And if we could force them to be one-dimensional, that would be a really great thing. And on the other side, we're going to try to run to the outside. As we do have the game plan goal of 5 sacks today, I'm going to change this to 3 turnovers. I think that's going to be a better option for us. And we haven't had the injury bug hit yet in practice so far this year. Is the clock just ticking on us? That's kind of the question there. As you see it, Abdul Carter right away, broken finger. Not what we wanted to see. Going over to the other side now with the offense. Hopefully we're all good, waiting for everybody to load, and we are solid. So we just are without Abdul Carter, Ivan Pace. Benito is going to have to get a bunch more playing time. We'll still be good, but it does hurt just a little bit. Because Abdul Carter's injury is going to put him out for more than 3 weeks. We moved him to the practice squad. This is important to know, and usually I wouldn't show this if I just picked up somebody random, but we're going to go ahead and pick up Matthew Judon out of free agency. Didn't get a contract offer, so welcome back, OG. So it is nice to get a familiar face back. Unfortunately, Abdul Carter is a massive loss for us, but a player spotlight today should be Darius Slayton, but Jahmyr Gibbs running for 162 last week, including 1 touchdown. His speed is going to be insane. We're definitely going to have to shut him down. Thank goodness Benito, who's coming in to fill in, has the speed. That's where we do lose Matthew Judon a little bit. That ability to really, really seal the edge. So a little bit worried about it there. But the speed in the secondary today is going to be needed. Kobe Bryant, Marcus Jones, Christian Gonzalez. I'm going to have to do cornerback matchups by speed if we do go man-to-man coverage, because this one is going to be very, very interesting. As long as Hendon Hooker can throw the football, but will he be able to? That is the question. But it all comes down to first us on offense. Kadarius Toney, yes, in week 2 had that bad fumble. Hopefully we won't get another one this season. Lightning only strikes once here as a good return up the middle, hopefully, but Donovan Edwards did miss his block. And it's going to be our turn first. Starting out, it's going to be Blake Corum at running back. We're going to move some things around. Formation subs is definitely something that you should know that I did bring into effect to even get more running backs involved at different times. Starting off, we are going to the run, but away from Aiden Hutchinson, I think is going to be the goal today. If we can just get away from him, the rest should come into play. But Jake Brinkstool On the first play, the game goes down with an injury. A rough start for us. Irv Smith as well as Brevin Jordan are going to have to make plays now. So instead, we will mix it up, go to the air, and it looks like Harrison's on a little island by himself. But off the rip here, we're going to attack Brian Branch over the top to Hale with a catch. The rookie getting involved on the first play of the game. I think that is Brian Branch in coverage. 32 should be him. And I thought today maybe a run-heavy day, but maybe we're going to go through the air. So it is going to be play action now, mixing it up. And the crossing route should be open. No, the corner jumped onto it and is knocked down, luckily enough. So a good little get back there. Joby, the former New England Patriot, making the play as Jake Bringschool, abdominal tear. He will be out for the remainder of the game. That's going to be a couple-week injury, but hopefully we can get this run working now. A little bit of our own get back here, as bad blocking from Harrison is only going to result in a rush of about 4, setting up a third down early. So here we go. Big third down look. It's going to be Edwards open across the middle right away, and that's going to be enough for the first down. Edwards, the first running back to make an impact in this one. Marshall hasn't checked in yet, but then he does move down to fullback as we do go to run. That's a solid block from him, but we do just get bottled up in the power look. They're doing a good job crowding the line, a little bit better than I did anticipate coming into this game. As now we are going 5 wide instead, and it should just be a nice little set down to Jawan Johnson. The tight end really has earned his #1 spot, with Bringschool being down with an injury, but also the fact that Hunter Henry benching last year allowed him to come in and make good plays. And why is Brevin Jordan #12? Oh, I thought I changed it. Oh, it didn't load correctly. Brevin Jordan, rocket #12. We're just not going to talk about it here, as we are just going to scramble out to the outside, have to pick up this first down. You're going to dump it off to Brevin Jordan, and he does get enough, and he is going to turn upfield, and we're just going to pretend that he's number 13. So number 13, Brevin Jordan, making a solid play there, and I'm really excited how we can use him. If you do remember Giants franchise, he's a Giants franchise legend, as we are going to throw backside to him, and it is just knocked down. Crossbody throw. Thought we could get it in before the safety rotated over, but Kirby Joseph did enough. And finally, Jordan Marshall does check in. We're going to give him it on the run, as it is going to be a little bit of a hole, and Marshall breaks one, getting upfield for 9. The explosiveness from him is very, very good. And it looks like none of my jersey change that I did institute did work, because that absolutely sucks. His bucket helmet was supposed to be gone, and for some reason, Irv Smith Jr. lining up at running back, but it's okay. We're going to a pass nonetheless. So we're just going to set our feet. We're just going to take off with Bo Nix. The blocking could be it, get there, and Bo Nix is going to get the first down. Finally, his running ability is coming back. Didn't use it a lot last week. You got to love Madden, because sometimes those weird things do happen. Sometimes somebody checks in, you're like, this is not your position. So you have to have get something to work here, as we do break one to the outside. Good cut here from Edwards. Good little juke move to put us down on the 5-yard line. So can we score with him here as we try to get it in, but Hutchinson completely beating Harrison. Bad blocking look from us, bad scheme. So we are going to go to the air, and if we can get these settled looks to work, as we're just going to dump this off to Blake Corum and let him run this one in. Blake Corum may not be getting involved in the run. There we go, getting involved in the pass. Blake Corum getting in, making a great play for us when we need, and that puts us up early in this ball game. And it looks like today Malik Murphy is healthy. What is this? Okay, so Malik Murphy did get activated late. Looks like he is ready to go, and that changes things today. An 81 overall quarterback. Oh, wait, never mind. Hendon Hooker's in. Okay, I don't know what's going on there, as they do go to the run early, as we need to scrape off. Try to make this tackle. Jerome Baker battling in the inside. He's still able to make the tackle. So, scratch that. Madden just having a bad day. But, nonetheless, are facing off against Hendon Hooker. This day is going to be a little interesting. Apply pressure. Hopefully, our man-to-man coverage is enough. Look at the amount of superstars and X-Factors across the board, as we do get the sack on second down. Isaiah Simmons, we risked it. I stayed with Sam Laporta, should have ran out with a running back, and it did all work out. So puts up in a 3rd and long here. Hopefully the press coverage on the outside can be enough. James Williams, the one guy I am scared about here, is they are going to the other side, and it's Calvin Ridley burning Kobe Bryant, as Ridley's able to fall down with it. It's going to be a long day if we can't cover. It may be a zone coverage type of day here, as they are going now to a jumbo package look, and it is going to be play action. So we're just going to sit on it, as it's going to be a scramble here, as we're going to run with Jerome Baker and almost get the sack, but Hendon Hooker takes off for 2. He's a scrambling type of quarterback, so we have to be ready for it. So let's keep this rolling here, try to make plays. I'm expecting a dump off to the running back. Instead, they run again, and we miss the tackle. Hendon Hooker, good cut there, getting up the field. He's sliding down very awkwardly, but it's okay. But the Lions, we could be preparing for another shootout right now. We've done it before. I feel like almost every game this season, we've been in a shootout type of look. and I can't afford, because we're not going to win every single one. We're eventually going to make mistakes, and that's a big worry for me as we run out with Jahmyr Gibbs and wrap up for the tackle. As this Rams team kind of reminds me of, Lions team reminds me of a kind of 49ers build, similar to what we're doing, building up the rest of the team, and the quarterback will follow as we do try to cover the running back again, and Hendon Hooker starting off very, very hot. As I am expecting another run here on this first down. We're going to come up with Jabril Peppers. They do go to the air as it's quick to the outside, and it is a missed throw. That's where we will get lucky. The missed throws, the ability from a 66 overall quarterback to make plays. But in a cover 2 look now, we're going to abandon the receiver a little bit as it is a run, and we're there for the cutback lane. Christian Gonzalez filling in really, really strongly, all setting up a really powerful third down, and I think this is going to be a blitz look. But they are going to go maybe bench concept, something out of this bunch look, looking maybe tight end pass, because I don't think they're going to run it as they do go to the air, and we're going to have to run out here, and the sack's coming in. Isaiah Simmons gets his second forced fumble in the season already. Should be third. Well, that one got called back. But Isaiah Simmons continues to come up and make plays for us. Huge play there. Second sack on the day from the middle linebacker spot. And with Abdul Carter out, so far we're surviving. Oh, if he was ruled as down. Oh, no, he wasn't. Perfect. Okay, I thought he was going to be ruled as down again. But if they're a man-to-man here, this is where the running back wheel could come into play to really get a get-back. I do see it as we are going to go for it. Is this an underthrow? What was that? A bad throw coming out from Bo Nix, and we give the ball right back. Brian Branch falling down with it, his third interception of the year. And that was such a waste of what could have been a good drive, our third interception on the year. So that is just an absolute killer. The Lions get themselves a second chance here, starting out with a run up the middle. We're feeling good with Jabril Peppers, Brian Burns helping us as well. Ajabo's another guy today who is going to get a lot of time as we have to try to fill in, but the comeback lane's there for Gibbs. We missed the tackle with CJ Gardner-Johnson, and just like that, a run with Gibbs. He's too quick, too fast. We couldn't get the cut with CJ Gardner-Johnson to kind of be able to make that tackle, and just like that, they put in a score, tie up the football game after our mistake. So now we have to get things rolling again. We have to get a good return to start off this drive, and Bo Nix, no more interceptions for the rest of the game. But we are going to start on the ground instead. It's going to be Bo Nix handing off to Blake Corum, and we do get chased down by Kobe Joseph. Finally, in the positive rushing yards for Blake Corum. But we're going to keep this rolling here, as it should be a throw to the outside, and Hale should be able to fall into this one. No, the safety, Wooler, doing a good job of getting up and over top. That one should have been completed if we threw it a little bit earlier, and that is an absolute killer. So far, I haven't seen a lot of separation from Harrison, as well as some of our other guys here, so we do have to scramble out, and there's nobody over here, but Bo Nix gets tripped up. I thought if Hutchinson missed that, we would have been able to turn upfield. Oh, that one sucks. Palmer Williams going to have to come out and put this one deep. Not what we wanted across the board. They're coming for the block, but Leicester's going to be able to go down now and hopefully force a fair catch. They don't, but we go for the big hit anyways, and we do get them down. Melton finishing it up as well. And I think we're going to come out and sit in the zone a lot more here. We're looking at the tight end. The crossing route coming out now as they do just dump it off to Laporta. He got hit as he threw and still was able to make a solid throw there. Pretty impressive so far from Hendon Hooker, as I really don't know what we should be playing here. Man, zone, blitz. I want to run more zone than anything, and I've said it already. But maybe the man will allow blitzes to come in. Like, do we blitz zone looks or do we blitz man looks? When do we kind of get away from things? When do we go from things? As we are in a cover 2 right now, and this is where I'm worried, because if he tries to put it to the outside, if he has the arm strength, he could definitely fit a ball in, as it is going to be up and over our heads, and that's what I'm worried about right there. I said put it to the outside, but in a cover 2, that's another place where you can beat it. And the speed of Jamison Williams getting in, an absolute killer, massive play coming out as we're going to hit with a tight end, as we are completely lost there in coverage. Jabril Peppers, though, doing a good enough job. If you saw, Christian Gonzalez got completely burnt off the line. We need to be careful of that. The speed, the pressure that these guys can apply between Jamison Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the guy who leads the league and has led the league for 2 straight years with touchdown catches. As is a run here, we get completely sealed out. Amazing run blocking as Jahmyr Gibbs fits it in for a second long run score. And with this, the Lions do take the lead. Our undefeated season once again has us playing from behind. We were in that situation against the Texans, against the Rams, so this is nothing new. Kadarius Toney on the return here. I have to talk to each and every one of these because you never know what's going to happen, but we haven't gotten a return now in a very long time. 2 seasons ago, Frank Gore Jr., the guy who's now buried on our depth chart, he was our return man. Maybe he'll get that job back if Kadarius Toney can't get one soon. But we are going to a jet sweep. Darius Slayton is going to be the one starting us off here, and it's going to be an easy tackle. I should have read it a little bit better. Slayton, 1 rush, -1 yards, and that may be his only one this season, as Arden Key is the one that cleaned it up. We need to find some way to open up this game right now. That's been a killer as we are going to go over and over the top, and it's intercepted. Zone coverage, we got burned again. A bad game so far for us to start. This is not what we wanted. Anderson's the one that brings it down. I thought we could throw it in between the zone. I thought he wasn't going to notice it. Thought the corner wasn't going to respond appropriately here, but not the case at all as we are just applying pressure here as Hooker throws it across. Jameson Williams caught. Touchdown. That's it. Bad matchup there with Ivan Pace. We got caught slipping. And the Lions up 21-7 now. So we need to put this game back together for us. And I think we have to go back to our bread and butter. Started on the run here as Edwards is going to be the one opening up. Edwards all the way out to the 50 on the first run of the game. It was Blake Cormer's start this season, but Edwards has slowly been picking up speed. Going right back to it here on the ground one more time. A zone look as the run is going to open up again, and we get a good juke move. Edwards keep going down the field for us. Kind of reminiscent of our playoff run, if you do remember. He was so freaking good. We're going to continue to try to lean on him. Make runs, make plays here as this one finally bottled up. Stretch play to the outside. That goes for -1. So maybe we get away from certain looks now. Maybe we go to the air. We're actually going to go to Edwards again. He's just making plays, leaking out, making it a 3rd and 2, making our life a little bit easier. But 6-11 with 2 interceptions is not the way that we definitely wanted to start this. It's going to be rough to try to get back in this game. Yes, the clock's running down. And we just want to sit right now as we throw it to Harrison for the first down. But I want to make it 1 score going into the half. Still have a chance in this ball game. Not get ourselves out too early. And if we do put in a score, we're going to have to play great defense. It's as simple as that. Good defense is what's going to get us back into this game as we're going to throw this across here. Slayton is on the fake screen look, putting us down on the 2-yard line. And hopefully Blake Corum, he's going to be able to want to put this in. They predicted run, and they did get it right, completely bottling that one up. Blake Corum tackled so far behind the line of scrimmage on the pick play. The pitch play just not going our way, and the 2-minute warning is here. And we are going to try a little bit of a fade route here to Harrison. Up and over the top, we try to go up to it. And the corners are just getting off so unbelievably quick. Yes, I made it harder. I said I was going to make it harder. That's how this all goes. The series gets harder as the deeper we get into the season. We started off with the sliders from last year, and we're going to go from here as it is Marshall to the end zone. Can he get in? No, we get stuffed down at the 1-yard line. We try to dive in. I don't like this play setup. We're actually going to go ahead, burn a timeout. We are on the inches yard line. We are so unbelievably close. So we are going for it. Look how unbelievably close we are. This is a tush-push situation written all over here as we just get stuffed. It was that simple. Okay, they stuff us completely. We need a safety. We need something where we can continue to be part of this game, as that one is just an absolute killer. Cover 2 look. We're going to scrape across. We think it's going to be a run this left side here. I'm not predicting, but it's a run up the middle, and we should have a safety. Just like that, we got a safety, exactly what we needed when we wanted to bottle up Jahmyr Gibbs. We had to do our very best. Ivan Pace was scraping through, shot the gap, and we still have life in this game. Yes, the first half isn't even over yet, but this is a play for life here, as Frank Gore is going to let this one bounce and try to go out of bounds, and it's not. It's going to stay in bounds, and they pin us all the way back at the 16. No way. Breaks today, we're just not getting them. It's as simple as that. Things are just not going the way that we intended, and we are going to try a deep shot here to Harrison to start this one off, and he should be winning that one-on-one. Come on. Travis Hunter, former Colorado product, making the play there. And now to a halfback draw as they do bring the pressure here, and it's going to be tackled right away. They do burn a timeout, so I'm going to go to a screenplay because this will still make sure, or at least guarantee, that we are tackled in bounds. The clock will continue to run, make them burn a timeout, but maybe a chance here of picking up the first down. If the blocks get picked up, holy crap, we're off to the races here and stepping out of bounds. Blake Corum having a tough day running the ball. 4 rushes, -6 yards, but he's got 2 catches for 27, including a touchdown. So there are some positives to take out of his game here today. It's as simple as that, as we're going to throw this one to the outside. A bullet pass to the sideline. You can't draw it up any better than that. Harrison dealing it in. So maybe this could be the best course of events here. If we could put in a touchdown, that would be actually insane. As I do see him out the outside. Hale, and this one's knocked down. Corner runs underneath of it again, trying to lead him more to the sideline, but it just doesn't work. We're struggling to get those plays to work for us. Slayton up the seam. If we could hit him on a go route, they do bail as the pressure is just coming, and we're going to have to dip this ball off. Harrison, good juke move. Can we get up for the first down? No, I'm going to burn a timeout, though. Early here, maybe we should have let it go for a little bit longer, but now in this position, we need to get the first down. Bench look out to the outside. It's going to be Corum settling, and he's going to not make the catch. The linebacker coming in, Hector able to break it up. So Dicker, the kicker, from 43 43 yards. Have we struggled with field goals this year? Absolutely not. I'm calling it into factor now. No, we put it through. Dicker, the kicker, the absolute leg and a half, puts it in. So we get it to 12-21. So a little interesting. We finished the second half with 5 points. We're going to have to play quarters coverage. We're going to have to play something here just to limit them, because that will be the key. I think they're going to try to push the ball here. So just make sure to make them throw it underneath. Jahmyr Gibbs, really, really good job so far. Still doesn't have, or actually just did pass play quorum. So quarters coverage, cover 3. I want to switch to quarters, but I don't have it in this audible. I meant to switch it to quarters. But we're just going to drop, make sure they throw it underneath here. As they're going for verticals, they do just jump it off. Jahmyr Gibbs, rally and tackle. Simmons, that's his job. And it looks like the clock's continuing to run. They're not putting the emphasis on anything yet, as they do leave Gibbs in a sidecar look. I'm watching Laporta here, something quick to the outside, as they are going to go quick to the outside. Amon-Ra St. Brown catches it, and we're not able to get over there. We have somebody in that zone. I don't understand it. I don't understand how our guys aren't getting out there quick enough, but we're going to drop once again here. Watch him up the middle. We're going to roll with it, as it is going to be Hendon Hooker just taking off here. We try to go for a big hit, couldn't force the ball out. And now we're going to switch back to a cover 3, 17 seconds left. They're almost in field goal range. This is tough. This is a bad look for us, as they are going for a verticals concept. We're going to have to dip off. And Hooker's got all day. We have to come up and force him to throw all the way up, and he just throws it out of bounds, luckily enough. As it looks like they will take a field goal a little bit early. Still a very, very long attempt coming out from them. He's going to have to really make this one count, and it's up, and it's completely no good. We're going off, and we're throwing a Hail Mary after this one. Hendon Hooker with the whole job as well, but absolutely terrible look. So here we go. Can we put it in? Juwan Johnson, bad break off the line, but we're going to back up and really just try to put this one into the end zone. Wouldn't that be a great feeling? But no, the ball's tipped down. 0 seconds left. We go into halftime, still down in this game. Lions do start with the ball. It's been 3 scores from them, 2 of them predicated off of turnovers. You're looking at it, we got 144 passing yards, 62 yards on the ground. They have 90 off of only 6 rush plays. We are dominating TOP, but just not a good game from us in terms of the turnovers. That's what's been killing us. So here we go. And the nice thing is we are top of the AFC East. We don't really have a lot of competition just yet. We got to see how the Bills are doing. Haven't checked in on them just yet, but being at 3-1, we're in a good spot. As a run out to the outside, sorry, 3-0, we are in a good spot, as Amon-Ra St. Brown does take the run up the field for 9. So what are we going to do in the second half? What did we do change? Well, it's going to be a lot more predicated on the zone looks, but a man-to-man there does come out, as Isaiah Simmons goes down with an injury. He is one guy we cannot afford to lose, as Sam Laporta brings it in, but it's going to be a lot of cover 3, I think, in the second half. We just have to make sure the seams are covered here, as we are running with it. They dump it off underneath, and a good breakup from Jerome Baker, as David Bakhtiari, who switched sides. That's so weird to see him, long-time Green Bay Packer, but no. Now he switched sides over to the Detroit Lions. Go to the winning team, he said, as hopefully we can just get this nice and easy throw underneath, as they're taking actually a deep shot to the outside, and Jahmyr Gibbs goes up for it, and it is out of bounds. 3rd and 10 now. And this is where maybe I do feel comfortable enough bringing a blitz, as we do know this is a pass. We're going to play the pass through and through. Baker has to run with Gibbs here if Gibbs goes out, and Gibbs is going to go out very quickly as he's taking off. It is a pass across the middle, and it's caught. The pressure was there instantly. Hendon Hooker paranoid in the pocket. It's just a tough look. We need this to be better for us, as now they put us in a one-on-one, but we rally tackles. Frank Ragnow now goes down for them. Their offensive line slowly falling apart. This was a problem with them last year. The Lions had a really good team rolling, a really good season going, but it was just injuries that completely derailed them. And it looks like more of this happening here as a run to the outside, and we have to chase down Gibbs, and we do. Enough there with CJ Gardner-Johnson. He's got 8 carries for 52 and 2 tutties. And hopefully this is where we'll get this look. Once again, we have press around the board. Blitz is coming. Isaiah Simmons up the middle as they do go play action, as they take a deep shot. And it's Calvin Ridley against Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant got burned again. Actually ridiculous, but luckily enough, they're still out of field goal range. Instead, they are going to go for the punt. We're bringing Peppers off the edge. He does have 1 block on the season, as we do just get picked up on the block. Oh, as the punt is going to pin us. Actually, not too bad. Out of the 24, a bad punt coming out from the Lions. We are going to go to an early pass here just to try to get things rolling. Nice and easy sitting, and Brevin Jordan's able to bring it in, bringing the ball high, but we're still able to get 5 out of it. Orton Key with a tackle. And we're going to continue going through the air here. Almost caught a delay game penalty, but we're good. But across, I see him, and if we can get Harrison to bring it in, that'd be huge. Good juke moves coming out. Waller, the safety, does make the tackle, but there's Harrison getting involved. And maybe Harrison is the key. 4 for 64, his best game yet. as we are just going to test him one-on-one up the middle, and it falls short. We get hit as we threw. I loved that one-on-one matchup. I thought that would have worked out perfectly. So Marshall is going to come in on the run, and we wait patiently. The runs could get picked up. Good juke move. Oh, we had the opportunity there to pick up the first on the run. Marshall not as active today, so we're going to try to pick it up with him again here now as a run up the middle. Is just get the first down, and it is 4th and inches. We're going to be going for it. That was a bad run by me. I was just hoping if we put enough pressure, we'll be able to pick it up, and we are going to run this one up the middle just to convert. And that should be very easy as Marshall getting there. You look at, is that Cole Holcomb trying to go for the strip? Somebody's trying to go for the strip from the linebacking core. But we already got our one fumble out of the way with Marshall this season on that return. Hopefully it won't happen again. He's crossing routes out now. Brevin Jordan doing a good job having the opens field, and he is another good body for us at tight end. If we could really develop him, see his growth, that'd be cool. But with how long he's been in the league now, I don't know if that's going to happen, but it still would be cool to see. Blake Corum, let's get you back to positive rushing yards on this one as the blocks are picked up and we have the outside look. Blake Corum down the sideline, 5 for 8 as he gets us now to the 12. As it looks like they are in a zone look. As I'm trying to settle bad blocking. I don't know what's going on here. As we're going to try to force this ball in, and it's intercepted. I wanted Slayton to stop. Oh my God, we forced the ball way too much. Oh my gosh, this one's on me. Tell me to not play Madden after I take an exam. Holy crap, we need to get back in at this game. As I go quickly to the air here. Quick slant and a good break up from Christian Gonzalez. Out of the nickel, and we are guessing pass here. Luckily enough, they do go to the air. It's just settle route. We're all over it. Knock this one out as well. 3rd and 10 early. We're bringing the blitz. I want to bring the blitz. And I kind of like these matchups. I'm a little bit worried about Calvin Ridley, but we are bringing pressure. We should get a free rusher. Hopefully pressure coming. He throws it to the outside and it's out of bounds. So luckily enough, it doesn't turn into a good drive from the Lions. We're still down by 9 in this ball game. Jones has got to get a good return here. He's in as Marshall is tired. And I see a return lane if we can cut it all the way back and through. A little bit too long to develop. And hopefully this is the only 3 interception game you have this year. We are not getting on Anthony Richardson type numbers here. As Edwards out to the outside. Edwards has got the speed. Edwards got a good first down. He's up to 64. And I would love for something to just open up here for us. A big play, a big hit. It's up the sideline. I actually see him. No way, Darius Slayton breaking coverages consistently. That's his only job. And we do hit it. 4 verticals concept. Open up down the sideline. Very reminiscent of that touchdown to Hale against the Rams, working and falling in. The kicker is going to bring this game back within 2. No freaking way we're staying alive in the game after 3 interceptions so far. We are playing a good offense, and our defense is actually playing pretty well. It's our offense that is struggling today with the turnovers. 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for Bo Nix. We're still not leading the league, which is a crazy fact. I will show you. This league is continuing to just throw interceptions across the board. The level of quarterback play has just decreased all the way through. Now, will they go lean back on the run? I'm surprised they haven't much in this game. And they do give it here. Simmons coming up and filling, absolutely swallowing up Gibbs. I'm so happy his injury did not knock him out for too long, as he's got 6 tackles. All setting up what looks like another run coming out from the Lions. If they go play action, we bring blitz. No, it's a run to the outside. We're filling, though, all the way there. Jabril Peppers this time taking it. 3rd and 11. And this is going to be another blitz. This is how we're going to roll this. As we know this is going to be a pass. We're going to bring everybody up. Play press on the outside and really just try to force this as quickly as possible. I'm looking at they're probably going to go to Sam Laporta. Instead, it's Christian Gonzalez getting the interception. We get our get back here. Good field position, and now it's our turn to try to take the lead. An absolute roller coaster of a game so far. There is no way that this has worked the way it has. Oh my goodness. Now a deep shot here to Harrison. He's 1-on-1 with a linebacker. Win this one, and he does. I saw the matchup through and through. It's Cole Holcomb out there. Cole Holcomb versus one of the best receivers is actually crazy, as we now take the lead here today. Very good throw by Bo Nix. 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions now for him. An interesting one, as we do walk away with another 7, 26-21. Here we go. It's just a string of runs. That's all every game has felt like it's been this year. Teams just go on these massive runs and we make plays, as we're doing a really good job in coverage there. Brian Burns, bring him down. No, we can't bring him down. Now another one here, and we're finally able to make the tackle. Hendon Hooker, 50 rushing yards to his name. We cannot seem to bring him down. We're getting paranoid in the pocket, but Brian Burns is definitely the guy we need making those tackles. That's ridiculous that he's not making those tackles. As they are going to the air one more time. Bench concept to the outside, and they throw it up and over. Do we have enough to knock it out? Kobe Bryant finally making an impact play. Hendon Hooker started, I think, a 10 for 13, and now 11 for 21. As I'm getting more confident to go back to the man-to-man coverage here. Maybe that's a bad decision by me, but when I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable, we will get back to it as a counterplay now on the run as we are just continuously bottling it up. Ajabo filling in the hole. Take away maybe those 2 big runs from Gibbs. I wonder how good they are doing. As on 3rd and 10, we are going to actually switch this to a blitz. We're going to switch it to a blitz. Guess pass. We know it's coming as Gonzalez is going to come as a free rusher. We completely break this one down. Screenplay. Ajabu coming in and make another big impact play. And we are finally figuring out how to shut down this offense. It'd be great here if we do get a block with Peppers. That would be like a nice nail in the coffin as we are rushing with Peppers. Do miss it. And it is going to be a really bad punt. And we are going to have a good return maybe possibly here. But no. Blocking on the outside, not as good as expected when you go block looks, so I'll take it. As I thought Corn for some reason had 300 rushing yards. I forgot he only got 200 rushing yards on the year as we do go up the middle. Good run to start off as the 4th quarter is coming. It has been very, very interesting. We really have been taking this game, turning it on its head as the clock feels like it's been slowing down on us. As we are going to go another run here. Corum just trucking up the middle, trying to cut up and find that lane. Over 2 yards per carry, or at 2 yards per carry now. Hopefully Marshall can get the first down. But first, going into the 4th quarter now, taking a look at the stats. Passing yards 263, rushing yards 105. Really, really taking advantage of Hendon Hooker here in the second half. Our defense coming back down, really putting the nail into this team. As it looks like they're bringing a blitz. So you see we're checking it real quick to just this little sit route with Slayton. Hopefully this will work, and it will work. Slayton, turn around, nice and easy catch, and we are continuing now on this drive. And we are going to turn around and run right at Hutchinson here up the middle, and that was a horrible idea. Really, why are we doing this? I don't know why I'm trying to check. I thought maybe a double team would get him, but Hutchinson continuing to do a really, really good job of shutting us down. His X Factor is enabled, which is something to note. But so is ours here. It's Marvin Harrison on the slant round. He's off to the races. Wooler bringing him down. As Bo Nix tops 303 passing yards, continuing to lead the league, which honestly, I really wasn't expecting him to be leading the league. I did check before the game because I didn't think we've had like crazy games, but we've had good games. But we've been kind of eliminating some of the factors here as their blitz comes through, as Cole Holcomb is able to bring us down. As we now are going to have to try to get a little bit of these yards back, and this run goes absolutely nowhere. So 3rd and 18. This may be a deep shot here. We got to scheme up something that will break their coverage. Maybe crossers. Marvin Harrison looks maybe cover 2, cover 4 look, unless one of the safety rolls. If it's cover 2, we're going as they do roll. And it should be Harrison open here, going across the field. And we find him in the opening, and it is knocked down. Kirby Joseph doing enough to turn his feet and get the knockdown. If I threw it to the other guy, I feel like Kirby would have adjusted and got the interception. So Palmer Williams is going to have to go to a sky kick as we're going to try to just call the fair catch, pin them inside, and they do, catching it at the 13. The Lions have done a good job this game. I think they've done a really good job of making plays happen as they do go faked it the one way, cut up the middle, but we are still there. Patience from Jabril Peppers, as I really like this look here. Cover 3 match, something we usually don't run, but having a guy man in man there is awesome, but they still throw it his way. Luckily enough, a bad throw. We are going to pinch everybody here, bring in pressure, and it's another 3rd down. We're definitely going to have a free rusher here, and we do, as the pressure is getting there, and it is a Jerome Baker getting in. Really good scheme up, pinch press everybody as we just let one of our guys run free. That time was Jerome Baker. It was going to be one of the 2 linebackers, and they may be the guys who lead our team in sacks this year. Brian Burns, for some reason, can't seem to get sacks for us, so it is going to be our linebackers just making plays as we did go for the block, and we are just going to take the fair catch here at the 53. Great field position now. 4th quarter almost all the way over, or halfway over, as Harrison finally having his first 100-yard game. Take the positives where you can, even with the 3 interceptions. Throwing the ball well. Hale had that nice corner route to start the game. And it has just been very, very interesting as Marshall use his speed as he breaks one, gets down the field, taking the shot from the back, 6 for 37. And I really like the way he does run the football. It's a very good look as a run up the middle is going to have Marshall off to the races again. Juke move breaking 1. He's got us now to the 22. And I'll keep feeding him all the way down the field if he's running the football like this. As long as the blocks can stay strong, we're going to take this one to the outside. But our wide receivers break in their run blocking. That sucks. This could have been a great story. Just him powering us all the way down the field. The rookie running back getting his full drive to shine. But we are going to go back to Blake Corum here on the run up the middle. And this one, just absolutely nothing going. 7 for 14 from him. Just a rough day overall from Corum, as we are still in a one-score game. So a field goal that would put us up 8. But a first down here would be so very nice, as we're going to try to throw this one up. Harrison one-on-one, and he brings it down. That's exactly what we need going to a 1st and goal. Slayton still got his broken play, yes. But I think Harrison finally coming into his own in this game for this season. It was a slow start for him, but I'll definitely take the success no matter what here. Dropping back, looking across. Everybody's kind of covered, and we do have a man right on us. That's Hutchinson, of course, so we just have to throw that ball away. So maybe we try to go to the run here. Corum pitch play to the outside, and this is going to open up a hole. Blake Corum, 2 touchdowns on the day. Even with his struggles, still finding his way into the end zone. That's going to bring us up in this one. And for some reason, somehow, some way, things are still looking up as we try to push now to 4-0. So now we know they're going to have to commit to the air. And this is a perfect now situation for us because, yes, the receiving core is good, but we played pretty well so far across the board, as we're going to look and just try to hit Jamison Williams, going for the big hit, but he breaks tackles. He's going to get a couple, as they should be going hurry up, as this may be one of the first games, but then again, who knows, that we do hold a team under 200 passing yards. Would be a great feeling, as they definitely aren't going to go to the run, right? But this does look like a zone read look. Setting now. Hendon Hooker sacked up the middle. Bobby Brown even getting involved, as they do go hurry up. We know it's a pass, as that's a better look. I didn't want to get stuck with guys in bad looks, as Hendon Hooker, and we're getting the pressure again. Their offensive line banged up in the second half, taking advantage of it, and we are going to bring this blitz again. Hopefully this could all work. This would be a great feeling here, as it is a pass to the outside, and we're going to be able to come down with it, but it's not an interception. But Christian Gonzalez making a phenomenal play on the ball, and that is going to be all she wrote. If they start burning their timeouts, we're going to go for a score. But nonetheless, our goal here is just to run down the clock, get a first down, call this game over. As really good break tackle there by Donovan Edwards, because we're going to keep him in, because these are the situations that I do like from him. His break tackle up to like a 86, 89 look, something like that, as this run will bring up the 2-minute warning, as Edwards breaking tackles again, getting up for the first down, falling over guys, as he's almost got 80 yards on the day. Quietly, maybe not quietly, had a good day, depending on how you look at it. He's going to stay in on this 3rd and 1, but the 2-minute warning is here. 1 first down. That should be all we need. They're not burning timeouts, but he is tired, so Marshall's going to be the one to have to come here and pick this up. And it is going to be Marshall just getting down at the 1, as they do burn timeouts. So we're going to have to go for a score here. And at the 1-yard line, we first are going to take a run. I don't know why it brought me out in a QB kneel. If we do put it in, we put it in. We're not kneeling it at the 1. We're going to try to run this one up the middle, and we do have Donovan Edwards just breaking tackles, making the toughest 0-yard run you'll ever see. But I want him to be able to put this one in, as Hutchinson coming from across the other side of the field. Maybe this is going to be enough to put it in. Stretch play to the weak side, and really good job. Harrison with a good block, and we just walk in. We got to stop, waste some time, take a field goal, but I'm okay with it, as it is another score. We have 40 on the day after everything up and down, 3 interceptions. Our offense is just absolutely moving. The game's going to get only harder as we move on, so that's a little bit worrisome, because we're going to be facing some even better secondaries this season. We have a couple of hard games on our schedule this year. In fact, every single team that is undefeated so far, we will be playing, I think, if I remember correctly, as somehow we just turn around, and after having, I think, only 7, score 33 unanswered on the Lions. Actually crazy here. I'm putting a nail in the coffin, as it is going to be them trying to push the ball here, down by 19. Hopefully we can get the pressure on. I want to get out of here as quickly as possible, but out the outside, that's going to be an interception. Lester's going to get it. We have the opportunity for a return, but we're just going to slide down nice and easy, give ourselves up at the 4, and we're going to take a knee, and that should be it. Good interception by Lester, by the way. Bad throw by Hendon Hooker. We just take advantage. You know, you couldn't ask a quarterback like him to hold up forever with how good our defense is. And the Lions secondary doesn't burn us. Really surprising. Really, really surprising. This is why they are 1-2, I guess. We found it out our way, but it's going to be Bo Nix kneeling, and we will go to the stats. What a good win. So looking at the stats here, yeah, we started off slow. Remind me again, don't play a game right after taking an exam, but 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for Bo Nix, 20 of the 34, 323 yards. Good numbers again, running the ball though. It was Donovan Edwards' day. It was Donovan Edwards solidifying. Maybe the number 1 back. The break tackle for me is insane. 4 broken tackles. Jordan Marshall also had 4. Blake Corum, though. This is the problem with him. He's so hit or miss. If we can break a run with him, it's a great feeling. but some days we just don't. It started with Jacksonville back in year number 1. Ever since then, he's turned into this roller coaster of a running back for us. But Jordan Marshall actually having the most yards per carry today. 1 rushing touchdown for Blake, 1 rushing touchdown for Edwards, passing the ball. Blake Corum, Slayton, and Harrison. And this is what I really want to see from these two up at the top. 7 catches, 132. Probably had 11, 13 targets. Darius Slayton, though, only 3 catches, but still, he continues his hot season right now. Other than that, spread the ball around. But it's time now to move on to week number 5. So now redemption is upon us. Patriots, Bills, we lost to them last year, but we did get a little bit of our get back in the playoffs. But I guess maybe now it's their turn, so we have to go ahead and stop it. And once again, I appreciate the time spent between these episodes. We're almost there. 2 weeks until I graduate college. Appreciate it. But now we're going in. Patriots versus Bills. Now, did the Bills make a lot of big changes? It looks like they maybe did. So it should be interesting, but holy crap, they are struggling with injuries. No freaking way. Darius Robinson, Tre'Davious White, Kair Elam, Dalton Kincaid, Will Campbell, Shakir Barton, and Ennis. No freaking way. They are down horrendously right now in terms of injuries. This is what their roster is looking like. Wow, Stephon Diggs took a step back. The regression did hit him, but they still Josh Allen, James Cook. James Cook is the first time we played him in a while where he is healthy, but their offensive line obviously taking a hit there, especially at that left tackle spot. Looking at their defense, though, defense is still pretty good. Ed Oliver has not digressed very much at all. The linebacking core did take a step backwards like crazy. Oh my goodness, Matt Milano out. Corners struggling. This is an opportunity today to really extend to 5-0. There's no way we lose this game today, but it's going to be still a battle, obviously. It's AFC East rivalry game. We've gone neck and neck with them all year, all Patriots franchise long, but hopefully this is it today. Looking at our stats so far, Bo Nix leading the league in passing, 13 and 5. The 5 is what's a bad number, but the 13 is league leading so far through the first 5 games. Blake Corum leading the way on the ground, but Jordan Marshall and Donovan Edwards both doing well as well. Receiving wise, though, Darius Slayton, 477. This is actually insane here. You want to see the stats over to receiving yards. I was blown away by this. 50 yards ahead of Rashid Rice. I have never seen a start like this. And was I even expecting a start like this from Darius Slayton? No, to be honest, I was thinking about trading him away or giving him a decreased role. I thought Demario Douglas maybe get a little bit more playing time, but I banked on it. And Darius Slayton is absolutely balling out. Now, if you look at running backs, we're not going to have a top runner. I'll be completely honest here. Blake Corum, though, at 14. Donovan Edwards at 23. And we have Jordan Marshall at 30. So 3 different running backs in the top 3, though. And that's all led to a very solid rushing attack to start the year. 3rd with 150 on the ground a game. And also 3rd in passing. But things are going to get a lot harder. The sliders are going to continue to increase as we jump into practice now. Make sure we do have no injuries. Today we are going to look at stopping the medium pass. That has what has killed us a lot. I mean, Moss, when we did play him, ran the ball really, really effectively. And today we are going to try to throw it deep. I think with Tre'Davious White and Kair Elam both battling with injuries, we should have some success today throwing the football. Really look for the tight ends. I mean, Brinkstool's obviously injured, but the other tight ends on our roster to step up, like Jawan Johnson, like Irv Smith, like Brevin Jordan. Across the board, I feel like we're going to have a lot of success there. But Barrymore, out with a moderate concussion. Wasn't he just supposed to be back this week? Oh, you got to be kidding me. But playing against an elite quarterback, we have to go through here and see. We want to limit his passing. I'm okay with him scrambling all day long, especially with some of our linebackers, the speed across the board. I think we'll be able to contain the run from him as much as possible, but I do want to hold them under 250 passing yards. And so here we go, just to move some things around, a little bit of a, have to say it, we move Benito from a right outside linebacker over to left outside linebacker to fill in with Abdul Carter being injured. And with the injury to Barrymore, Bobby Brown is going to continue to get playing time for us. And then Hiro Kano, our draft pick in the 4th round, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 5th round, he's also going to get a lot of playing time today if we do go to any heavy looks. But just in case, because Yatir Gross-Matos is injured, we may move down Matthew Judon and have Keon White slide into the middle. So it's going to be an interesting matchup today. We're going to have to stop the run. Our job just got a lot more interesting, but here we go. And it's going to start with a Kadarius Toney kick return as we are in Ralph Wilson Stadium. Well, that's what it was called. Now it's called Highmark Stadium here. Kadarius Toney's going to start us off at the 24-yard line. Not too bad of a return, but here's the man who leads the league in passing touchdowns. Bo freaking Nix. Third in MVP voting last year. This is the guy who's on a mission for us. But 5 interceptions to the first 5, not what we want. So we will need to limit the turnovers going forward. Lions was just a bad game across the board for us as Marshall's going to start us off here on the run. Spinning out of one, juking out of the other, and we're just getting stuck up behind people. But hey, running for 8. That's quite a way to start the game. Do want to take advantage today of their linebacking core a lot. And I really like the way our new offensive scheme has going. If you do know, we are using the Miami Dolphins offense. And Brevin Jordan, I don't know why it's not letting me change his number the correct way, but it is a run to the outside that gets completely bottled up for a loss of 3s. We're going to a 3rd and 5 already. So hopefully we can pick it up here through the air. Nice and easy settle route to Harrison, and he does have the catch one-on-one. And these are matchups across the board we need to pay attention to all day long. We've taken advantage of a lot of broken coverages this year, and I really think we're going to be able to continue doing that because our team is set up for success. Good pickup on the block. We're just going to go underneath instead. Harrison's got the grab, so we try to juke this one outside. Saw the free rusher. Donovan Edwards did a good job picking up, though, and that's why I do like him. I do think he is very, very good when it comes to picking up the rush. As we are going read option, some we're not doing as much this year as a run from Jordan Marshall isn't going to go anywhere. Cutback lane not opened up the way I wanted, and it is going to be a game of injuries right now. Barrymore, Abdul Carter, Yatir Gross-Matos, all of those guys struggling with injuries, which will knock us out as the Bills do go a little bit of a stack look. As pressure coming right away, we just have to dump this ball off. And it is going to be us just trying to get upfield for something. Burke brings us down. But a little shovel pass. I saw the guy coming up the middle. I thought it was going to be way more of a broken blitz than it was. And Harrison does check out, so we're going to need somebody to get open here. As I do see him to the outside, it's Burke. Burke's got the grab. Beating a guy and covers the rookie down the field. The juke move's not able to fight in. But in the opening drive, once again, our very, very hot offense continuing our success is here this year. If teams want to play the run with the stacked running back room we have, we can air it out as Marshall now on the run. Marshall able to trying to fall forward. But if teams want to pass the ball, we can just go ahead and pass the ball across the board. Looking at the receiving core we have, and when all else fails, Bo Nix is an athlete. Out to the outside. Bo Nix scrambling in, diving in for a touchdown to open up this drive. Very, very good for us across the board. The sliders got harder. But anytime Dicker, the kicker, walks out, you know we did something right. Almost missed that one. Jackson Dart on the hole, and then we're up 7-0. And we know this face all too well. Josh Allen, this is our 6th time facing them. In Patriots franchise, it's going to be a lot more than that here as they do start with a run. And it is going to be James Cook with a solid run. Only getting 3 there, but he's definitely going to be a difference maker. We haven't had to face off against James Cook all that much as of recent, only because of the injuries. It's been a lot of facing the other guys on the team, like Moss, like I don't even remember the other running back's name, but like Moss and some of those guys here as they are going to the air. And it is Josh Allen taking off. And I said we could contain him, but he goes off for a huge run. But I think today the goal is going to be putting pressure on him. I think pressure is going to be our best friend, especially with their weapons limited. And Stephon Diggs taking such a big regression here as we are filling, but we can't make the tackle. Moss out to the races. And Moss, who has torched us in the past before, coming back saying, hey, I know I'm the backup, but I'm still going to make plays. As one thing to pay attention to today is going to be Kobe Bryant. His ability to play some of these better receivers here is a run right up the middle, and that's why we like Isaiah Simmons. So far, one of the MVP pickups for us this year. We paid a little bit extra for him, but so far, I think he's done very, very good for us. The ability to shut down a quarterback run, fill up when we need, but one-on-one against tight ends, you can't not like it. You know what I mean? They throw it over our heads, and it is just a missed throw. We were there in coverage. If it was a little bit more of a line drive, maybe we could have intercepted it. But even the rookie here, Watts, I'm running circles with him. He's in on the field now as it is backside, and it is caught against Kobe Bryant. Oh, that's an absolute killer. You let a backup wide receiver make a grab on you. This is not what we want from Kobe Bryant. Because I really don't like that we're having issues with him in this season right now. As our rolling Christian Gonzalez are taking a shot to the end zone. Lester dropped the interception, and Stephon Diggs almost caught it after the fact. Oh my goodness. As they're now going 5 wide here. Josh Allen, maybe we could leave a little bit of a QB spy look for one of the guys, but the ball is going to come out quick, and we do miss the tackle. The in-breaking route, I always thought they were going to Cook there, as we are going to stack the box a little bit here, expecting some sort of run coming out. Instead, they go to the air quick. We're looking for it. Slant routes coming out. We're giving Josh Allen chase, and he is going to take off for the first down. So very close there from Ajabo, able to make the tackle. But no, Josh Allen scrambles around, and does make the play. And the Bills trying to respond with a score of their own here as they do jump, so that'll be a free 5 for us. Still, we do need to be able to make a stop as we're going to blitz Baker. This is an interesting look coming out from them. Stephon Diggs still an X factor at 80-something overall as we have to fill, but the blitz timing and the blitz work and gap integrity fails. That's another 5 yards from the Bills. Really trying to respond here as we're just going to continue to bring in blitz. And it's going to be Jabril Peppers roaming in the back. I still can't believe he went all the way up to an X factor. That's absolutely awesome. I need to make sure his things are good as a stretch play to the outside as we have the speed out there and completely bottle it up. Brian Burns there in tow as well. We are guessing past Louis Cine and Marcus Jones back there as we're going to run as they take a shot against Leicester, and it is caught by Gabe Davis. So the Bills respond to our score with a score of their own. Not a bad job by our defense, I'm not going to lie. Like, I can't really think of a time when, our defense really failed. I think Leicester maybe missed that interception opportunity deep in the end zone was probably something we could point at there, but I wish Cena got a little bit more over, I'm not going to lie. That's a very 2 long drives here to start this first quarter as we are almost in completion, and there's only 2 drives to show for it so far, so maybe we'll do the same here, get back to the ground and pound, try to figure out how to take some time off this clock, really controlled TOP, as it is going to be Kadarius Toney on the return here. And I do see a little bit of a hole opening up. Kadarius Toney out to almost to the 25 again. We are going to start with another run to Marshall here, just an outside zone look. And we do have a little bit of space to the outside, not enough to do anything crazy. That is going to bring the end of the first quarter. Look at the stats. Maybe we just need to limit the rushing yards a little bit. Josh Allen, his takeoffs there, was able to do a little bit more damage than maybe I thought. Well, the next running back coming in, Donovan Edwards. We're going to go to the screenplay here. The block should get picked up. No, they don't. Oh my goodness, Ryan Kelly missing a very easy block that could have busted this off for a first down. So we are going to have to go to the air here on third down. Slayton across the middle could get open, but I like Hale in that corner route again. It's been something that he's found success with. Never mind, Slayton is so wide open here. Can we get a good juke move? No, we can't. But nonetheless, I will take the first down as always. Take the easiest completion. Something I haven't been the best at throughout Patriots franchise, but I will take the easiest completion in those kinds of situations just to try to get things rolling as pressure's breaking down again, and we have to try to throw this ball away. I'm not able to get out in time, and Stewart off the edge, getting a sack. Not a look that we want there to start this second quarter, as now we're going to go to a screenplay, and things are kind of opening up for us, but once again, we missed the block on the screenplay. Wax cable to get in. This is an absolute killer. I don't know what it is with the screenplays, but they're just not working. As a 4 verticals deep shot is going to be what has to happen. Hale outside one-on-one, and I do see it up the seam. If we can get this ball in there, it is caught. Jawan Johnson, a little floater. Throw out a sack from Bo Nix, and he continues his dominant run, at least to start this game. No freaking way Jawan Johnson able to make that catch. So we're going to scramble out here nice and easy and just try to maybe take off with Bo Nix, but no, the speed from the big man Ed Oliver able to track us all the way down. So we're just going to have to keep grinding here as we're going to throw backside a little bit of a jailbreak screen, but the blocks, I don't know what it is. We're going to have to get away from running screenplays right now. Maybe we're not letting things set up the right way, but that is another 3rd and long that we are stuck in, and we're going to have to do everything in our power to convert here, as I am just going to take a deep shot up the seam. Jawan Johnson's got it again on a 3rd down, 1-on-1 against Reed Blankenship with the back turn. Throw it a little underneath. I was trying to throw a low pass there, but we still fit it in. Is Jawan Johnson starting out to be the hero for this game for the Patriots, especially on some of those 3rd down looks. Is up the middle. Blake Corum not getting much. Still negative rushing yards on the days. The Falcons dropped to 0-5. Bryce Young in at quarterback with Tua Tagovailoa injured on the other side. Really bad job from DJ Angalele, which I don't know how he won that starting job. He developed actually really well. That is wild as we do go for a mean cutback with Donovan Edwards. Still only getting 1. So we're going to have to try again. Another 3rd and long for us. We cannot keep surviving these situations as we throw it out the outside. Hale catches it. 4th and 2. And I think we are going to go for this. And it's awesome because guess what? Coach's suggestion agrees with us, man. And hopefully we can open it up with a nice and easy crossing route as we are just going to have to scramble and I have to try to throw it up. And no, we're sacked. Good coverage from the Bills across the board. Good stand inside the red zone. And that's not what we wanted there. I cannot believe that happened. As a counterplay coming out, we completely stuffed that one. Good job getting in. And that is Canoe, our draft pick, getting in there for the TFL. That's a good feeling when your team across the board is just making plays. CJ Garner-Johnson, I'm going to move you man on man. as we are going to go double up on the tight end. I guess it's underneath, almost picked off. Lester getting free with the hands today. Did let up the touchdown, but I love our guys getting active, going for interceptions, going for those big plays here. It's now a bench concept look as we're going to break out to the outside, and it is a laser to the corner, and it is caught bad zone coverage from Lester. I was just talking him up, so we are going to take him out of the play, bring him on the blitz instead. If they do go run here, we should have a good swallow up, and we do up the middle. Oh my goodness, never mind. Isaiah Simmons getting absolutely taken out. I need to scrape harder there as the Bills moving really methodically in this game. Don't have any answers yet. Good tackle though to force 3rd and inches. Thought that was a first down. But finally, the Madden gods sway our way as the 2-minute warning is upon us. Such a methodical game. 2 drives from each side. That's about it so far. That is a AFC East kind of matchup here as we are going to go to a guess pass. I'm going to look quick to out the outside, and it is caught by the tight end. I thought they were going to go to James Cook lining up in that slot look. I would love to make a defensive play. Hold it to 7-7 at halftime here as pressure off the edge. Nobody getting there is coming downhill. We're going to have to make the tackle on James Cook. We missed. Lester one-on-one, and James Cook does just step out of bounds, but it is a 1st and goal here. And I expect them to go to the air one more time. We're not going to blitz with Bowler. Instead, we're going to play inside leverage as they throw it up. Lester with a good break up one more time. He's going to have to keep making those if we want to win, especially in this league with how good the receivers are. Yes, Gabe Davis is good. Maybe Stephon Diggs took a step back, but nonetheless, still a solid X-Factor receiver, even at 82 overall, as we are going zone look this time, and the tight end up the seam, but Christian Gonzalez with a good tackle. And I'm going to burn a timeout on our side, because I do want this ball back if they do manage to score, so we are just going to bunch everybody. We're guessing run underneath. We're going to bring Baker on a blitz. Kobe Bryant backside. Stuff the box here, and we do guess it. No! What was that sidestep from Moss? Canoe got in the draft pick, and the Bills put up a score, go up 14-7 in this one. No freaking way. I thought it was a great opportunity for us to just stuff them, burn another timeout, get the ball back. As Canoe was in there, but just got pushed off to the side. Wormley got absolutely beefed there. No freaking way. So it's going to be time now with 1:20. We have to push the ball, but we can't push it too heavily and force an interception because I can't go down 2 scores. Because you see, we're going to have very limited chances in this football game. But Tony is going to get the return. A nice start here would be solid here is up the middle. I do see a little bit of a hole with him up to the 25 one more time. I'm looking, are they double covering Marvin Harrison on that side? No, absolutely not. But we are going to throw it to Slayton, though, who does win that one. And we're going to go hurry up right away. Try to get to the ball as quickly as possible. Kind of run a similar play style here. They are coming, and we're going to lead this one-on-one. Harrison, jump ball, should have it. No, it's broken up. First incompletion of the day. Bo Nix, really methodical though today, 12-13. But I thought that one was going to open up for us. I'm not looking for backside safety to bite down as I do see him. Can we get this crossing look? No, he jumps in front of it, almost picks it off. Slayton, I need you to run underneath of the football. I'm trying to lead you to it. So here we go. We're going to have to hit something. And I'm going to go Kadarius Toney backside. Win the jump ball. Kadarius Toney, what a play. That's where we're going to burn a timeout. He's stepping up as our wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 when we need him. He continues to have a great start to the season in his position, but our receivers are tired. Looking across the board, everybody checks out. So hopefully somebody will come open here. As I'm going to hit it quick. Hale up the seam. No, we miss him. He was a touchdown. Hale, the rookie, could have gotten another one. And if this is a cover 2, maybe this is where we could find Hale one more time. And it's not a cover 2. Pressure up the middle, though. We're going to have to scramble out. We're just going to dump it off to Donovan Edwards. Nope. He doesn't even turn around the right way to go forward. Stewart on another good pressure. And we just need somebody to come open here for the first down. Crossing wise, we're just going to hit him to the big tight end, and we are going to have the Buffalo Bills burn a timeout. We're just going to take a field goal. Did our best moving our way down the field. Cam, we cannot afford to miss a field goal now. Hopefully this is good. Dicker, the kicker, the absolute leg and a half, puts it in. And so 10 now to 14 is your score. The Bills take advantage of our 4th down blunder early in this, midway through the second quarter. And with us averaging over 30 points a game, I do not think that's going to continue today. I'm not going to lie. With how methodical a lot of these drives have been, I don't think that's going to be the case. One thing is for certain, Palmer putting the back of the end zone again. And it looks like they may go for it a little bit, so we are going to guess pass as the Bills get the ball back. Bench concept here. I'm expecting them just to dump it off. 2 Cooks were able to rally and tackle. Clock continues to burn here. They do go hurry up, and we are going to switch this to man coverage here. Across the board, no, we get stuck in a bad look. Okay, just throw it underneath, get the tackle. They are going to burn a timeout. So luckily, we didn't get burned with the mismatch, the last second audible, as we are just going to run back with Simmons. I'm not letting anything happen here, as they are just running out, and it is going to be Gonzalez with the interception on out of bounds. So he tips it away anyway. He doesn't need to catch it, but we are going to halftime here down by 4. Bills get the ball to start, so our defense is definitely going to have to step up. Our numbers are pretty good, except for our rushing game. I thought our rushing game was going to be better today, honestly, but we are throwing the ball pretty well. Usually we're 50-50 on the split. Today, 21-9. So now with the Bills starting in this second half at the 25-yard line, it's going to go back to the Bills, and they're going to start with a counter run here. We're trying to get things rolling. Good job from Peppers coming up. And James Cook doesn't have crazy numbers so far this game. It's just Josh Allen kind of beating us through the air on the ground a little bit. This is not what I do want to see so far, as we are running out, and they go run again. We're filling up the middle one more time. And so 3rd and 6 right away. This would be good if we get a stop and really thwart the Bills' offensive powers this so far. As the blitz comes through, Josh Allen breaking tackles, taking a deep shot, and it's caught. There's no way Josh Allen breaks a sack, makes a throw downfield, and our guys cannot make the play. Tried to switch on, and that was Michael Wilson, former Stanford wide receiver, who did get drafted by the Cardinals, didn't get a second contract, but that's just an insane way for them to start this half. Just a deep ball like that completed. That's the plays we need to limit. So now we just need to hold them to a field goal. That's the only thing we can do here. Is they go to the air one more time. Out the outside. Really good coverage. Completely blanketed coverage. I wish we did go for the interception, but it's another 3rd down. And we know what happened last time, so let's not have that happen again. CJ Gardner-Johnson, man-to-man. Jabril Peppers, man-to-man on James Cook. If he stays in a block, though, that's where we may have a free. Guys, it is underneath, and we drop another one, Lester. Don't give me the Christian Gonzalez treatment that we saw last year. Please. There's no way we drop an interception like that. That's how we beat Josh Allen. I hope you know, across the board, forcing turnovers. Here's we almost get the block from Marcus Jones, but you beat Josh Allen when you force him to make mistakes. Not because you can beat him by TOP, not because you can beat him anywhere else. If you beat him just by making him commit turnovers, you should be good. And that's just a killer here, as Kadarius Toney is going to run this out of the back of the end zone, taking it to the outside, starting at the 19. And it looks like the Dallas Cowboys also starting 5-0. They had a rough season last year. I think only won 6 games. So it's great to see the Dallas Cowboys off to a good start here, as we are going play action right away. And we get him. Number 12, leaking out of the backfield, Brevin Jordan. I hate that so much. Braden Smith, Indianapolis Colts trade for Demario Douglas getting injured. Luckily enough, though, I did build up our offensive line enough, so we should be good. Austin Jackson filling in, Famo bringing in, as we do have a run with Blake Corum. And welcome to the game, Blake Corum. Juke move not working, but it is a solid run. And that's a great feeling when you can finally run the ball well. And, you know, when we do it once, you got to go back to it one more time. Blake Corum staying in the game. Run of the middles. We do have a little bit of a cutback lane, and that's going to be a good gain of 3. And luckily enough, Braden Smith is going to come back in the game, isn't injured too bad. And I want to make this 3rd down a little bit more manageable, as it's just a terrible run across the board. The lineman did not scrape over. No freaking way. So it's now passing to the sticks time. We got to convert this. We got to keep this drive alive here. Quick to the outside. He's going to be slating up. Great throw to him, and just making sure that he gets the 1st down. That's huge for us. And with them stacking the box here, this is where I do want to take a deep shot. If nobody runs out here, it is going to be out to the outside, but we waited just a second too long, and Spencer gets the sack. I wanted to try to let Kadarius Toney just clear enough on the crossing. I said the blitz was coming, and we still make a bad mistake. Not what we need, as it is going to be underneath this time. A really long wind up from some of our guys. That was Bo Nix. A really long throw wind up, but we're still able to get the completion. 3rd and 7. And I do want to go back to that similar play again. Looks like they are playing outside leverage on Slayton this time, so maybe that stop route by Brevin Jordan could hold up, as we do have to just scramble out here. We are trying to force this ball in, and it is caught by Marvin Harrison. Very, very lucky throw, but he's grabbing his knee. That is never good. Marvin Harrison having to make a crazy catch to keep our drive rolling, but no freaking way he's injured. That is not a good sign, as they shoot the gaps really well. Donovan Edwards now negative rushing yards on the day. So we are maybe going to have to get creative if we want to try to run the ball, get other people involved, like Kadarius Toney here out the outside. Kadarius Toney's actually got a lot of space. Kadarius Toney's got the speed. Reed Blankenship can't tackle. It is Kadarius Toney getting us all the way down, and he is just having a phenomenal day, and we're waiting to hear as Marvin Harrison has an ACL sprain. Oh no, hopefully not too bad. Hopefully only missed like a week or 2. That's usually not just a game, and he's back, as it is going to be a pull read with Bo Nix here, and he's going to get in for a 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. Bo Nix, hey, you're stealing all the rushing touchdowns today. I'm all for it, as we do score a touchdown here, but it is with a bad, sour taste in our mouths, as we could be missing a top receiver. If you do remember, every time Marvin Harrison didn't or was out, our offense became very, very stagnant. Team stacked the box a little bit more. We couldn't run, and then we had to pass, but the passing wasn't there because we didn't have a surefire number 1. Hopefully, though, I'm thinking with the start from Slayton this year, we should be still okay. But this is going to be a tough game to win now. And we're going to be bringing a little bit of a blitz here on this drive. I really want to get him off of his game, as that's a solid tackle from Christian Gonzalez. Couldn't have schemed up the blitz any better. And we're going to continue with it. Bring pressure from all over. Like this time coming from the other side. Can't see our blitzers. I don't know what that glitch is, but we cannot see our blitzers. We're going to drop Baker. I'm guessing pass here as they do go run, and we still filled in. Brian Burns, a great play. Cook, 9 of 10 on the day. Solid. As long as this blitz could get in, we should be good. Isaiah Simmons in a bad matchup there. We got to run him out. Christian Gonzalez is going to be the one coming, as we should have maybe a free rusher. It's a screenplay, and we're almost there. Instead, get the breakup. I read it just a second too late, but we were sitting on it, ready for the interception. That would have been absolutely crazy. And we blocked one punt from them last year in week number 4. In week number 5 of this year, can we do it again? Jabril Peppers off the edge, coming on the block, and just a second too late. Marcus Jones on the return. He's got absolutely no blockers ahead of him. So we're just going to go down. We're just going to go down. Don't want to take a bad hit. We have nobody across the board on us. Help us block. Now is really where I want to control time of possession across the board. Really just not blocking well, though. That's 3 yards per carry for Blake Corum. Jordan Marshall's going to get it this time, but I don't like this look. I'm not going to lie. We are going to check it to the pass, as Hale maybe could get open. He's going to sit on the little stick route, and Jordan Hale. I'll take that catch all day. Jalen Hale, my bad. And hopefully this is all we need to pick up the first down here. Marshall on the run, up the middle. No, the blocking once again doesn't work. 4th and 1. He's got 5 of 14, so nothing coming out from our running backs, as we are going to try to pin them deep here. Williams, he's got an absolute leg, so I really haven't gotten a chance to really truly punt like I wanted to with him, but this one's solid here. Stephon Diggs on the return, and we're going to have to try to chase him down, and we do. Good job there tackling him at the 20. So the Bills going to start a bad field position. And with the Bills starting out, this 2 running back set again, I'm expecting a run. Moss is going to be the one getting it, but a solid scrape across and a good hit from Jabril. As Moss, really the best running back on the field today, which is just wild to see. The 4th quarter is here. Tied ball game, 17-7. Really quick ball game if you ask me. Just time of possessions rolling on. We have 17 rushes for 34 yards. Bills not even much better. Passing numbers though. Bo Nix, no turnovers, but we're doing pretty decent. So hopefully this blitz pickup doesn't work too well. If Cook stays in, we should be solid as a throw goes through the outside. An easy tackle right there. They're actually going 5 wide on a 3rd and 3. That's not what I'm expecting here. I was expecting to stack the box a little bit, as it is going to be an in route to Stephon Diggs, and we have to just clear it there. Kobe Bryant, thank you for coming and finishing that tackle off for us. But when you have that kind of blitz, we had no outside leverage. It's pretty an easy completion as long as Josh Allen could have read it and adapted appropriately. But his X factor has just been enabled now for a while, so we need to get him off of his scope, as it is down the sideline, and James Cook's off to the races. Isaiah Simmons has to hit him from behind. We're holding a 66% completion percentage. It's not crazy. Like, he's not, it's just, our defense is struggling at the worst times. Like, we could have made the tackle there. Rally, that was a 4-yard gain. Cool. Instead, turns into like a 20-something yard gain as Brian Burns almost gets the sack. Instead, it's going to be up. And Kobe Bryant gets the interception. Exactly what we needed there. Finally out to the outside. Kobe Bryant, wow, you are slow with the football. But that is a massive interception at this point in the game. And that's going to help us keep control here, as I would love to finally get this rushing attack going. And we do. Blake Corum up the middle, finally getting something. And I did turn on shoe clock a little bit already. I just want to get this rolling, but we just can't. We can't run the football. Across the board, just absolutely struggling to run the football. We have no answers across, so we need to pass this again for the first down. I want to be able to run for first downs, but we've just had no success today, so we're going to try this one up and over the top. Hale brings it in almost. Oh, that was such a bad read from me. I really thought that was going to open up in a way where it was over his shoulder, but a really good recovery there. You saw him bail right away. I'm not justifying myself here, but this is all I saw right away. Him leaving the zone and him turning to chase. And I want to try to hit a little bit quicker, but the ball comes in. And he had it at first, I'm not going to lie, over the shoulder, but Reed Blankenship coming out of nowhere, Supermaning into him. Absolutely terrible. Give him a targeting call. That should be in Madden this next year. If it's not, it's going to be terrible. But I am excited for the new Madden kick returns. That's going to be absolutely lit. I am so excited for that. You'll see me drafting some interesting players to fill that role. That'll be so much fun. As Stephon Diggs doing a decent job on the return, starting them at the 24. But I think man-to-man coverage may be our answer here in this 4th quarter. We still have to win the game. It's still a tied game. And so here we go. Quick across the middle, and it's a missed throw. I don't know what that route combination was. Christian Gonzalez missed it completely. We are going to spread our defensive line around. I'm going to have guys not bottle up the way I want, as they do go quick to the air, and it is a quick one underneath. Good tackle coming up from Gonzalez, but maybe that was me and my adjustments that led up that easy completion. We are just going to pinch it right, bring everybody down in different looks, If Brown can drop right into this hole, this is where we can catch guys slipping. And it is going to be a deep ball. Kobe Bryant again. Kobe Bryant gets the interception by running underneath of it. And he's got 2 in this football game. I'm sorry. The Kobe Bryant slander will not stand anymore. If somebody comments that there's a Kobe Bryant slander, I will not stand for it. In fact, they dislike that no, not actually. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for commenting. But still, we're back on the Kobe Bryant hype train. It is like Katy Perry, a roller coaster. Switching clothes and changing temperatures like the song says, but holy crap, as we are going to take a back shoulder throw. Hale, one-on-one, going up. Oh my goodness, I wanted to throw that so bad. I got way too excited, but we need to win the football game now. And then Harrison now has really felt dead on our offensive side, as we are just going to go back to screenplay, something we did struggle with, but this time we have a lot of open room. But no, we still can't have any success, as we do try to get up the field, and the blocking, Kelly, his open field blocking is just horrendous, as we just need to throw for this one here. And I don't want to say I'm targeting Slayton, but I can, and targeting Slayton as we throw it underneath, and luckily enough, get the first down of Donovan Edwards. I was looking at Slayton so hard, but Donovan Edwards leaking out and the defensive line breaking down. Somehow we were able to make things work. Hale's going to be another guy too. He's going to have to make plays if Harrison's going to be out for a while. But a run here, Edwards breaking out to the outside. Good chase down from Wax and the rest of the D linemen. What if we bring in these heavy looks where we do the 2 running back sacks? I wonder if that would work better for us, as we're able to pick up some opening blocks here, as it is. Up the middle! Oh my goodness, a little bit of a cutback. You saw the flick stick targeting upfield. I love getting good run plays. Good run plays are 1,000 times better than good pass plays. Put it on a quote, put it on a wall here. Is Marshall now on the run. As a good juke move. Marshall running up the middle. You got so much speed. Marshall, you come on. You need to break that for a touchdown. You have your speed and your acceleration. Yes, Dent was able to clean it up, but still, that should have been chef's kiss. Absolutely golden. But we are in scoring range now. Stretch play to the outside. Holding call. Really? That's what we needed right now? Oh. Let's take a bet. My guess is going to be on Famo out there. The tackle is Ryan Kelly. So Ryan Kelly continues his horrendous day for us. And Kadarius Toney is going to get the ball here one more time out to the outside. And it is going to be open. Kadarius Toney just has to juke out Reed Blankenship, and he continues. Those little jet plays. That's awesome from him. Just put the ball in his hand, let him run. A little bit of a Chiefs look for him. I was able to make up some ground. We are going to go right away to Marshall here out to the outside and just let him work out in space. Marshall, 1 juke move, 2 juke moves, 3. Oh my goodness, if we were able to get 3, that would have been great. It counted as a rush, which is great. But Marshall, that's a guy where you just love to put the ball in his hands. We are going to take a shot to the end zone here, out to the outside. We're throwing it in, and we just almost fit it right to Slayton. 23 of 30. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Yes, he's got 2 on the ground. And I wouldn't say it's his best day ever, but it's not his worst day ever. Like, aren't putting up a crazy amount of points, but I'm okay with that here, as we do go in the run up the middle, not able to get it. 3rd and goal here. We're going to have to take a shot. We just need to find somebody to get into the end zone for us. As I am going to go out, and I see Kadarius Toney open, but out to the sideline. But there's a flag on the field, and it's a late flag coming in. And it is going to be roughing the passer. So we tried to force a Kadarius Toney late, throws out of the way, but Greg Rousseau gets called for it, and we got a 1st and goal. Late in a football game, almost 2 minutes left. That is exactly what we needed here. Donovan Edwards on the rush. And we're going to give it to him. Up the middle. Edwards fighting off of everybody. Just fall forward. No way getting us down. The 2-minute warning is here. And let's see if Blake Corum can finish it off. They're not stacking the box against us. They're not stacking it. We're going to try to go in, but we're tackled down right away. Stewart off the edge again continues to make plays. So we're going to try it again up the middle. This time he's in. Blake Corum helps us regain the lead. No passing touchdowns today. All rushing. We got 3 of them with a field goal in tow, as Blake Corum finishes off a really tough day. Really tough day. But now it's really going to fall on our defense to make plays. Kobe Bryant coming up clutch with 2 interceptions. And I said it earlier, if you want to beat Josh Allen, what you got to do is force him to make turnovers. As he tried to loft that one up earlier in the game, Kobe Bryant ran underneath of it, and then breaking on that post route. Can we do it for a 3rd time here? Minute 42 left. It's up to our defense now to make plays. We're winning football games, but as you can see, not all of them are easy. Not all of them have us written all over them. This is one of those games here, but we are making plays when it counts. Look at the interior. I actually love this guy. Let's look. His even Bullard's in this look. That's actually crazy, as we are going to take a deep shot. Lester's his turn. Nope, it's a jump ball that Gabe Davis does make a play for Lester, dropping a couple opportunities at interceptions today. And here we go, 2nd and 10. I'm looking for a crosser coming out, and it's finally jumped. Lester finally throughout the day couldn't get any to go his way. 3rd interception for Josh Allen. And even though we're not 1st in the league in forced turnovers, I don't even think we're top 10. We make them count when we need. That puts us over 30 points. Continuing our streak of 30 plus a game across the board. Turnover margin completely our ways. The Bills are really going to try hard to push the ball now. Maybe get a 4th interception. But if they do score quick, that's where we are still going to stay a little nervous. But I'm a lot more comfortable now, as you can tell. We are still going to sit in this zone look. I like the zone in these situations. Obviously, I want to watch the running back here. Almost gave them a free 5. There are going to be little settle routes here. They're just going to lead out to the running back, James Cook, and we're going to push him out of bounds. Could get called for a late tackle there. But so far, we are holding them underneath 250. If you remember, that was our goal today. Hold them underneath 250 passing yards. But in a late game situation like this, they could easily get it just by getting one big pass to go their way as a breaking out the outside. They are going to take a deep shot. We're just going to go for the swap, and it is almost caught. No way. But a good breakup coming out when we do need it. Sitting in a cover 3 again. 5 wide from them. Just throw it underneath. Rallying tackle. We know this is a 4th down situation. It's this little spot route. It's not going to happen. It's up the seam. They get it. No way. I read it just a second too late. And it's weird to see a Bills tight end wear the number 85. Charles Clay, if you remember that name. Just absolutely gives me nightmares. Maybe this is a crossing look? No, it's going to be underneath. And Josh Allen's going to take off. Instead, throw one deep, and that's just a bad throw. I'm not sure what play they're going to come out in this time. Maybe a flood concept, maybe a crossing concept. But with an easy dump off like that, the Bills finally burn their first timeout. I really thought they were going to save those to when they got the ball back. And you see it. We get the opportunity here to read a play. We're going to sit in it. It's going to be that post with double unders. And we're all over it here. Is going to go the other way. Moss continuing to make plays 4th and 1. Hurry up is called. Can we make a stop? On the tight end spot, he's going deep. What is this play? I'm waiting for something quick underneath. As it is going to be over and over the top. Kobe Bryant, you can have a good day, but you can't have a great day. You know why? Because you make mistakes like that. 18 seconds now. And this is definitely going to be a bench concept here. We're going to sit on it, watch corner of the end zone. We have cover 3, so we should have people there. It is going to be a scramble out. We're going to be almost in the window. Still is caught by Stephon Diggs. So we do not get the game plan of having under 250 passing yards from Josh Allen. And they are actually going to go for this. Make it 25. Not what I was expecting here. As we are going to sit in this window, and we read that all the way. Good job from Brian Burns. I was able to get out there. And we know they are going to go to this look. It's going to be the hands team coming out. Tyler Bass on the kick, and it's going to be up scrambling around. Darius Slayton picks it up, and we're going to take it cross field here. Nope, never mind. Just go down. And that's going to be a win for us. If they burn their timeout, come on, really? But it's another win in the books here as the Bills do burn a timeout, so I want to chuck up a Hail Mary Moss them. But that's not going to happen because we are respectful individuals here. Play football the right way. As a knee down is going to allow the Patriots to start the season with a win streak like no other here. Such a good job. As we do extend now to 5-0 on the season, taking down the Bills in progress, one of our biggest rivals, dropping them down to 2-3 on the year. Can you believe that? We are 5-0. Second best team in the AFC East is 2-3. Bills. Josh Allen, bad interceptions. They really played his team out of the game as he continued to try to push the ball. What I was worried about doing. Taking a look at the stats here. Bo Nix, 23 of 31. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, no touchdown. That's fine. Rushing the football. He's tried to spread the ball out, but just a struggle bus here today. Bo Nix having 2 rushing touchdowns, but Jordan Marshall had the 2 broken tackles. Jordan Marshall actually wasn't too bad. 4.6. I will take that. Did have the 1 run over 20 yards. And receiving wise, Kadarius Toney, Jawan Johnson, Jalen Hale. An interesting situation up here at the top. These are very 3 unlikely receivers to lead our team in receiving yards, but that's what's going to happen, especially during the middle part of this season. At least now that we're getting there, injuries are going to happen. Things are going to happen. The games are only getting harder, more physical injuries. It's time now to move on to playing the Kansas City Chiefs. So the last game of this episode, you thought it couldn't get harder, but it just did. We took down our AFC East rival, as well as the Detroit Lions, which were one of the best offenses in the league, and now we play the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, come on. And it only gets harder after this. The Baltimore Ravens, the Jets, who have made some strides, back to the Bills, Chargers, Broncos. Like, we have a tough schedule ahead of us. Broncos are the only team that don't scare me, but then again, Justin Fields is playing good football over there. And looking at the Chiefs, they are obviously led by Patrick Mahomes, but this team is an 89 overall offense. So similar to the Detroit Lions, this team is actually insane. Patrick Mahomes, 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Isaiah Pacheco, up to a 92, running the ball very, very well. We did just beat them recently in the playoffs, so it's going to be back to it. Chase McClellan from Alabama, 80 overall as well, but at the receiver, Rashid Rice, 85 overall. Please just don't drive cars really fast. Emmanuel Ibuka, 73, still leading the way a little bit. But really, you see, the only issue they're having is the tight end, and that's because looking at it here, they don't have a tight end that's injured. What is their tight end room looking like? I know Travis Kelce, I think, did retire, and look at it. Tony Livingston, he is active, but he's not playing. Instead, they're using Kyle Juszczyk at the tight end position, so that's a little bit interesting there. But it's really down to their offensive line. That's why they're doing so well. Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, Wyatt Mullum up to an 86, Easton Kitty, 85. Their offensive line is disgusting. Bucky Irving is also their third running back on the roster. That's wild. Tyler Van Dyke up to a 77 overall, somehow almost as good, if not better than Bo Nix. That's wild. Defensively, though, across the board, their left outside linebackers a 56 overall. Okay, so their linebacking core is a little bit rough, but their corner room with Trent McDuffie injured, pretty decent. I mean, oh my, why is their defense rated so good? It's their defensive line, that's why. Looking here at their injuries, Trent McDuffie out, George Karlaftis out, KJ Osborne out, Jalen Thompson, Wyatt Morris, really not that big of a deal, but it's just a weirdly built team. It's a very Patrick Mahomes team, if I do say so myself, but it is time to see, as it looks like Marvin Harrison is going to stay in for us, and he will be available for us next game. Jake Brinkstool's not quite back from injury yet. Braden Smith is obviously still healthy, ready to go, so our offensive line is still pretty good. Running back room hasn't been doing that great as of recently, and I cannot wait for Yatir Gross-Matos to get back. But one thing I am thinking about doing is officially moving Brian Burns down in this look to here. Brian Burns is going to be filling in at right end, just because Nick Bonito, David Ojabo, Abdul Carter, that's going to be kind of the look we're rolling with here. Jerome Baker and Isaiah Simmons playing in the middle. Ivan Pace has still been getting a lot of time. The only change we are going to make is at returner. I am going to be moving Jordan Marshall to be our return man in both spots. And that could be a little bit risky, but I think with his speed, we'll be able to get a little bit more breakaway situations. I would really, really like to get him involved more in our team. Looking at the rushing stats right now, Donovan Edwards now worst on the team in rushing numbers. He's got 45 carries for 168. Jordan Marshall's got 46 carries for 202. Blake Corum, 44 for 272. So really doing a good job splitting the numbers on the carries. I can't believe we were that close. But receiving wise, Slayton up there with 507. Marvin Harrison, one more completion, but he's only got 280 so far to start this year, which does put him all the way down at 30th in the league. It's just Darius Slayton's off to such a hot start. Rashid Rice also getting a hot start on the year. 470 is the number there, but then it is Nate Adkins who is leading the way at 61 overall, leading the league in touchdown receptions. That's absolutely wild. Just a heads up, the trade block did start. Looking at who's available right now, and wow, it is an interesting list, but a lot of safeties on the move looks like. If I just only sort by strong safeties, or free safeties at least, you got Buda Baker, Xavier McKinney, and Alino Gilman, who is a 6-year guy, up to an 82. Interesting player. I haven't really heard of him much. But at the strong safety, Julian Blackman at an 83 is a little bit older. Grant Delpit, though, he's 27, 6-year pro as well. And Jordan Battle, if you do remember Jordan Battle, Houston Texans franchise legend, if you remember all the way back a year ago, was part of that Houston Texans, my first ever franchise series that I took all the way. That was so much fun. Good corners on the board. Taron Johnson at 30 years old there. Any big quarterbacks on the trade block? No. Running backs on the trade block, though. Najee Harris for the Arizona Cardinals. After having a 1-year stint with Chicago, didn't quite have a great year at all. Only 615 while for Arizona right now. 145. He's down to a 77 overall. But receiver, Elijah Moore, 83. But no other big receivers I'm that worried about. Jawan Jennings, though, if you do remember, Patriot legend for us. Almost had 400 receiving yards that year for us. Did have a better year in the ATL, but this year really starting rough right now. Tight ends, Isaiah Rex. This is a guy who would be really interesting to look at. But this is wild. If you look, Harold Landry moved all the way down to right end for the Tennessee Titans. That's an interesting move. If they're in the 4-3, I could see why he could play, but he's a smaller speed rusher. That's actually wild. Isn't Harold Landry a safety? At the left end spot, Josh Franklin Myers, BJ Olajari, brother of Aziz Ojari there, also up on the trade block at the middle linebacker, Bobby Okereke, Frankie Louvu. And here's another Patriot franchise legend here, having, 37 tackles for us and 26 tackles for us there. So a couple former guys that we do know and love up on the trade block, but offensive line is where I really was going to look at to see if we could get any big increases. Steve Avila in there for the Rams, 3-year man. I'm surprised he's up there, but I'm not as excited as it was last year. You saw last year was Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, a bunch of those big name guys you love. And looking at the standings here, we're not the only undefeated team in the league right now. Dallas Cowboys still remain undefeated, and their defense looks like a large part of it. Only allowed 76 points so far, while we have allowed 131. Stacking up against the rest of the league, that is a lot of points. Almost first in the league behind the Atlanta Falcons. How bad have they let up points against them? I feel like we've been in a shootout every single time. They've been kind of close, I'm not going to lie. 24, 30, 34, 21. Wow. Okay, so we're definitely not the worst defense in the league in terms of points allowed. Let me just check, though. 29th. But we are first in passing yards, third in rushing yards, 21st in giveaways. That's a great number at this point in the season, but we are now fourth in takeaways thanks to the 3 interception game. We seem to be able to shut down the passing game better, as we are averaging 35 a game to start a season. That is a phenomenal number. And it actually looks like Harrison's going to be out another week, this time because of a calf strain, and I haven't even gone through practice yet. So, I don't really know what's going on. We're going to go to weekly strategy, and today I want to shut down the run. I want to take away Checo's ability to run the football, the run inside, and then on the offensive side, we're going to take some deep shots here with some guys out, especially Trent McDuffie, as I do want to get one interception today. But we are going to be without Marvin Harrison, so hopefully our offense won't stall out. Lester did get that interception, which was awesome for us, but going through, hopefully no more injuries do affect us. You see a lot of teams in the league, man, are struggling with injuries. Luckily, we are not going through the defensive side of the football. Nobody injured there. But it all comes down to walking away with the ability to win. 3 versus 1 in terms of offensive rank, 5 versus 14. This is going to be a scary endeavor today. Probably the best game that we have faced, the best team that we have faced all year. Somehow this guy is leading the league in receiving touchdowns. Nate Adkins, 4 receiving touchdowns last week, puts him at 6th on the year. That is absolutely nuts from a 61, 65 overall tight end. But we are playing today in the Chiefs Stadium, Arrowhead Stadium. Luckily, we're kicking the ball off first. We'll have it to start the second half. And as always, Palmer Williams puts it out of the back of the end zone. Not a single return so far this year through 6 games. Hopefully, we can continue it in as we finish today. But Patrick Mahomes is up first, 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's in terms of yards, second in the league, only behind our very own. So the offense could be very, very fun today, but we are going to be without Marvin Harrison. We are going to be without another Patriots legend. That is going to be Matthew Judon. Unfortunately, I had to move him back down to practice squad just to fill in some holes on our team, as they do go out to Adkins here to start it off. 8 receptions, 55 yards, 4 touchdowns from him, which is just mind-boggling. Still can't wrap my head around that. But we are going to bring some pressures here today and really just try to bottle up this run, as a good blitz off the edge is going to result in a 3rd and 1 early. Pacheco on the carry, as we are going to be without Barrymore as well. Yatir Gross-Matos, luckily enough, the reason why we did get rid of Matthew Judon is because Abdul Carter is back, which is huge for us across the board. Having a guy like him to be able to play for us is nuts, as Mahomes, he's probably going to hand the ball off here on 3rd and 1, as it is a speed option, actually, and they pitch it out to him, and we make the tackle on a 4th, forcing a 4th down. And a weird speed option where they were lined up on the other side here. Jabril Peppers coming in, almost does get the block. Marshall's going to be back on the return. Not a lot of blockers for him, so we're just going to take it right at the clump of Patriots there, but do get bottled up right away, starting at the 25. Forcing a 3 and out, though, early was huge. But the goal today, again, is do similar to what we did last week with 0 turnovers. Yeah, we may not get any touchdown passes, but as long as we walk away with the win, I do not care. But the rookie is going to have to step up. The rookie out of Bama, our 1st-round draft pick, and he's playing a lesser secondary today, so this is where I will be okay, as we are going to get him involved early in the pass, as that just goes for 4. And throughout today, we do have to pay attention to the bottom of our screen, because if the Buffalo Bills drop another game, this time to the Chargers, that would be a huge win for us, as the blocking up the middle, absolutely horrendous. With the linebacking core today from the Patriots, we should be able to take advantage of that today, but not so far to start on our first rush of the game. Marshall's going to maybe get some opportunities, but Kadarius Toney's another guy who is just going to have to step up, as the Chiefs look like they're in man-to-man, as we are going to take the deep shot here to Slayton right away, and Slayton makes the grab, enough for the first down and more. This one going for about 21. Slayton hauls it in, and if they're going to show us man-to-man coverage looks, we are definitely going to have to take advantage, but we are going to try to run at them and maybe go away from Chris Jones, but it is going to be Donovan Edwards here. It's going to be a race to the outside, a little bit of a juke back in, and that's Donovan Edwards. More rushing yards than he had all last week right there on that carry. Itson gets in, so I will take that. And if we can hit this C-gap here, if Jawan Johnson can get it and Smith can kind of cut off on a double team there, maybe we can open this one up, and it is opened up. Jordan Marshall, such a good run. I saw through the C-gap, Jordan Marshall, breakaway speed. Nobody's going to catch him. Very, very nicely on our opening drive. Another game where we start the opening drive off well. Jordan Marshall with an absolute run. That's the kind of explosiveness I do want to be able to see after him. And let me know, guys, in the comments down below. What's your opinion on the running backs for the first 6 weeks of the game? Who do you like? Who do you not like? But really, this type of speed here from Jordan Marshall is a difference maker as we do kick it up with Dicker. And he's going to nail it through, make it 7-0 early in this ball game in Arrowhead Stadium. A quick drive. Good pass to Darius Slayton. He's going to have to step up like crazy. Such a good run as Palmer's going to boot this one out of the back of the end zone one more time. It's going to take 24-mile-an-hour winds to get anybody to return it here, as Patrick Mahomes will come back out. And I really am sensing they don't really have a deep threat. Their offense is predicated off short passes, and when it's predicated off of that and you have Patrick Mahomes, you can get those completions in. But that means we will just be able to stack the box, really, really tempt them to throw it deep, as they are going to the air here. Quick to the outside, it is Rashid Rice with the catch. Does stretch over for the first down. Not quite getting it though. So my guess is going to be an early run, but instead they go 5 wide, and that's weird to see in this look, as hopefully with Jabril Peppers we can just hang in the middle, as it is a quarterback keep here. And if somebody could take out Patrick Mahomes, that'd be nice. Simmons brings him down. Simmons, I need a forced fumble out of you today. That's going to be the goal. Force a turnover. If it's not an interception, at least I want a forced fumble. So I'm waiting and trying to look to see if Juszczyk is checking in at all. Here's a pass to the outside and up the seam. Rashid Rice one-on-one with Christian Gonzalez. I will take that matchup all day long. We are lacking maybe a little bit of speed in that department. I know for a fact Rashid Rice really has a habit of just going too fast, driving too fast. I mean, just running too fast, as they go to the air one more time as a sack comes through. Looks like they only let out 2 guys there in route combinations, but Jerome Baker cleans for a good one. So this should be it, a 5 against 5 here. We're going to run with Christian Gonzalez in the middle. They leave some guys into blitz, and this is going to be almost an interception. Kobe Bryant almost had a 3rd and 2. But again, forcing an early punt out of this Chiefs team. I almost said Patriots team, out of this Chiefs team, as I do really want to get a block on one of these, as Jabril Peppers almost able to get it. It's going to not give us a lot of help with Marshall on the return, as we're just going to take this one out of bounds, at least try to. And it's weird to see, looking at the bottom of the screen, Kenny Pickett, the starter for the Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson had such a bad season that's what ended up happening, is a good run from Donovan Edwards to start this one off. But Anthony Richardson, if you remember, he was on Jameis Winston 30 for 30 watch last season. Really almost got to that 30 interception mark. I was so upset when he didn't. But that did force them to make a pickup, instead bringing in a very talented quarterback in Kenny Pickett. Not the best quarterback in the world, but like a Gardner Minshew type, a guy that can fill, make plays when needed. But we're just relying on this run early. I'll go 4 straight runs, 5 straight runs if I really have to, as a cut-up lane is going to be there almost. But a 3rd and 5 now is Marshall. That first run I didn't realize was for over 50 or just about 50. And maybe he could leak out here and get an easy completion for a first down, as we are going to go out to him and just use his speed to turn upfield, but he's not able to get it. So we do have to punt this football away. Killer there. I thought that was going to be an easy look. And hopefully with Palmer Williams and his absolute behemoth of a leg, we don't pin this one in the end zone, even with wind against us. But he's going to catch it down at the 11-yard line. Good punt there from Palmer. And that's how we were able to flip fields with his leg. I mean, even just starting drives, not even allowing any teams any good returns. The Chiefs are going to start with a run here. Actually, play action look just out to the outside, and no passes deep at all so far. Just throwing completely underneath. Maybe some cover 2s. Maybe we'll drop some guys in some cheaper zones. But the minute we get sucked up is the minute I feel like they are going to take a deep shot on us. So we just have to be prepared. We are just going to pinch. I'm expecting a run here. Man in motion, no. Stretch play to the outside. Carter, can we fill? And we do, but it's still going to be a first. And after the first, are they going to go back to it here? I really think they are. And they don't. Another play action look, and we're going to run it with this crosser here. But Christian Gonzalez gets burnt from behind him by Rashid Rice. We cannot let him drive his way to the outside, really grip that wheel and turn it, because that's really going to be a struggle for our guys in zone coverage looks. And maybe we will go man, but if they go run, I don't want our guys getting turned around. So we are going cover 4, run up the middle, and Ivan Pace, solid job filling when his number's called. He makes so many good plays for us. I'm going to pinch our guys here. Isaiah Simmons is supposed to be coming on a blitz. McClellan's in, but that is going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-0 so far. I said last time after halftime, we weren't going to get up to 30 points, but we did again. So, hey, who knows what's going to happen here? Who knows what's going to open up? But it is 7-0, which is a solid spot in this game. And hopefully we can keep this up, as they are probably going to go to the air, and they do. I'm looking for any quick crossers coming out, and they do throw one, and it's to the bad tight end. Atkins, another grab, just settling on a corner route. That's a tough look there, as I really thought we were going to have an opportunity to maybe make a play. But there we do, as Pacheco off to a slow start again. And look at the bottom of the screen. The San Francisco 49ers are 0-5 to start the year. Really interesting numbers. Two decent teams, at least I thought were good teams, aren't having any success. They are going to go screenplay. We're going to bottle it up, but they're going to get a free 5, because I think that was Brian Burns or maybe Keon White jumping. Somebody jumped there, as it was a Jabo instead who did jump. So it's 2nd and 3 instead of 3rd and 11. That's the type of things that will keep a drive alive. So we're going to fake the blitz with Brian Burns, drop him here to the outside, and I'm going to run out in that coverage. They are actually going to go run, play action, and they just sit right in our zone. Luckily, it's a bad throw. I decided to engage that tackle. Really did leave ourselves exposed, so not the best look. We are going to bring the safeties down just a little bit. We're going to run to the outside. We're there with Carter. We get the user lurk interception. Abdul Carter, we get the interception, getting chased down by Patrick Mahomes. The juke move's not there, and we lurk our way into the ball at midfield. Abdul Carter, what a good play. So happy he's back from injury. But we ran with it into the perfect spot, nabbed the interception. I really didn't think we were going to be able to nab it. It feels weird. I'm used to dropping those types of interceptions. But with our linebacker back, we're able to make a play. And we're going to start off right away with a deep shot. We're going to try one to Slayton up and over the top, and it is just a bad throw. I wanted to try to throw it up, have our guy run underneath of it. They do not have the best secondary today. Guys are injured across the board. Thought maybe we could take advantage. But with them stacking the box, I guess we'll just go to the air real quick. Underneath this time to Slayton. Slayton's caught it on the slant route, making it a 3rd and 1. So going back to him, got a solid plan there. So on 3rd and 1, can we pick it up here? Looks like a solid run. We're going to have to try to cut it up the field. Do get the first down just barely. Edwards really tough runs. And just to reward him, we're going to give him the ball back here. Stretch play to the outside. Not really anything rolling. Bad blocking from Braden Smith. I'm looking here. Maybe in a one-on-one, Jordan Marshall may come open here. So I am going to throw this up the middle, and it is knocked down. I tried to lob it. I didn't expect Chris Jones to sit in coverage like that either. I kind of stared down that route a little bit. So maybe not the best call in the world, but of it underneath, we will have a completion to Kadarius Toney for the first down, though. Toney stepping up with guys missing. And we're going to set this up then with a play action confuse, and we're used to the first down runs, and we are going to take a deep shot to the rookie, who almost goes up and brings it down. I saw the matchup there on the outside, and I thought it was worth testing there. The box looking like this. Maybe with Marshall, we can bust off another solid run here. But no, absolutely not. I thought that double team, one of those guys was going to break off, go up to the 2nd level. So now it is another 3rd down. We're going to hit it quick. Slayton up the seam. Slayton tried to make a man miss, and he does. Slayton continued to break tackles. With the ball in his hands, he's an absolute playmaker. Slayton making up for lost players, lost time. As I love that there, you see it on the left-hand side. Marcus Jones in at receiver has played that role before, but our guys are just tired, as we are going to go out to Jordan Marshall, swing it to him. Can he make a man miss? No, he doesn't, and we do lose 1 yard there, so we have to make our life a little bit easier. Maybe with a Jordan Marshall run, we can do that, but no, absolutely bottled up. Nick Bolton screaming through the gap, and other than the 50-yard run, we kind of bottled up there with our man, Jordan Marshall. So Slayton is going to be a one-on-one concept out there on the outside. Can we get it to win? On the comeback route, Slayton, we just miss him. A timing route, one-on-one, backside, not able to fit it in. Dicker, the kicker, though, is going to make it 10-0 in this game. As long as we can put this one through, and we do. Number 15 puts up 3. Not a bad kick coming out. I just wish we were able to turn it into some more points. Surprisingly enough, the Chiefs look like they're not ready to air out the ball just yet. They are still trying to go to the run, and it looks like we are completely bottling things up. No broken runs, which is just a great feeling. Whenever you allow broken runs, things suck. But I'm so happy with the way things are rolling so far, as we are just going to go press coverage here, as I expect them not to go to another one. So they are going to go to the air, just out the outside. Christian Gonzalez against Rashid Rice. Rashid Rice wins it, driving past him there, making 3rd down a lot easier. And we are going to pinch. We're going to bring pressure We are going to try to force a mistake as they do go quick to the air, quick to the outside, and quick to the incompletion. So we do force them away again. Another punt coming out. And we could really go into the tunnel with a goose egg put up against this team right now. As I am going to try to go for another block, but we just can't get it, man. We cannot get a block to work. Jordan Marshall. I'm going to try this weird concept called a fair catch, and we're going to go. Starting off, because I know the 2-minute warning is almost here. We're going to start first with a run out to the outside. We're going to get called with a hold, which is just horrendous here. It's going to be Brevin Jordan or Mike Iwanu. I really hope it's not Big Mike, because he has been playing so well for us this year, as it is Kevin Dotson. I feel like it's more common with him than anybody. But Nick Bolton goes down with an injury. That is interesting. Nick Bolton going down with an injury is going to make this job from them a lot harder. But one-on-one backside, we are going to hit Slayton on a nice and easy curl route. This should open up very nicely there, and he does catch it right away. And the speed getting upfield, almost getting enough for the first down. We're going to go to a hurry up right away, catch them off the rip. We are going to change it to a run. Actually, we're going to change this to a pass here. Slant routes coming out as we're going to throw this in the window, and it is going to be almost intercepted. Jumped there by Hardy. Tried to catch them off the look, but we are going to go I formation. Try to catch Edwards leaking out of the backfield. As I do see him, and I'm just bad play as Edwards isn't going to drop the ball there. I should have thrown to Hale, and all of a sudden I have to punt this away early. Really poor drive led by me. We should have opened things up a lot differently. Tried to pass in that, or tried to run in that look, and that was just a rough job by us, as it is going to be a fair catch. They're starting back again, not in a good field position. So luckily enough, Palmer Williams has done a really good job this season. And comparatively to everybody else, no, like it hasn't been too crazy, like in terms of impact, but still, I absolutely love it here as it's an easy dump off, and Brian Burns there in coverage, but there is a penalty out right now. It is going to be a false start. I think it was Justin Matabuke in the middle getting a jump, and it was a Jabo again. So rough look there, and I'm going to move Jabril Peppers over. I don't want to give him a get caught. Adkins somehow having such success in this offense with the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, built for Travis Kelce, so it makes sense. The 2-minute warning is here, and are the Chiefs going to start airing the ball out? I expect them to, and it looks like they are. We're going to move Gardner Johnson back, give him good leverage here against the tight end, as they're going to go quick to the air, and is underneath, thrown, and caught. Kobe Johnson or Kobe Bryant in coverage, but Ibuka makes the catch. Clock continues to run now. Clock is going to continue to run as they bring some guys in, and we're going to have to try to sit in coverage underneath to the big tight end again. The Chiefs are just going to try to get into field goal range, only going through the air. Surprisingly enough, they're not going to the hurry up. They're just going to tempo offense, as this time we are only rushing. A couple is a big hit there from Abdul Carter, but now is where the hurry up's going to start. We're going to bring blitz, go man coverage instead. They motion some guys around. I don't like this look. I don't like Carter one-on-one. I'd rather have Simmons. We're going to roll with Simmons instead as guys leak out, but it is across the middle. Buka's got another catch on Kobe Bryant. Brian Burns goes down with an injury now, so the win streak might continue, but we are losing guys little by little. Use check now there at the tight end. There he is coming out, and coverage is going to be across the middle and caught once again, this time on Christian Gonzalez. He's only got muscle cramps, so we're going to keep Brian Burns in. But they are ready to score here. We know they're going to go to the air, but we definitely need to make a stop. Who is that there at receiver for them? There's no way out the outside, and it's almost intercepted. And I thought it was him. That's Tyler Van Dyke at receiver. That is interesting, to say the least. No freaking way the Chiefs are playing a quarterback there, because they're so tired across the board. But we're going to go man-to-man coverage across the board. Double covering here, leaving guys one-on-one. Kobe Bryant, you drop another one. So freaking close now, multiple times. I'm going to go man-to-man, and we're going to go man-to-man against the big tight end here. Just cover him out the outside again, and you just go for the knockdown. Okay, you don't want to go for the interception, Kobe Bryant. Back to back to back. Drop, knockdown. Look, I get it, man. Just do something. Just keep making plays, I guess. I'm not going to complain as the Chiefs do not end up with a touchdown here. With 30 seconds left, going into halftime, we are going to at least have the 7-point lead as they do put this one through. And with Marshall, we're not going to take this one back. No worries. With 27 seconds left, I think we are going to run the football. They're telling me to go for it, but we are not. We are going to run the football nice and easy. We're going to keep our 7-point lead going into halftime here, as Jordan Marshall's not able to break off a run. We will try one more run just because, I mean, a fumble could happen, but I'm banking on the fact that it doesn't, as we are just going to run a off-tackle power here, and as long as guys can move, we should take this to the outside, as we do break a tackle with Blake Corum, as they burn a timeout. Okay, now they're going to make me run the football. That's wild. As Blake Corum's going to have another opportunity here. Hey, break off some runs, go a little stat padding as we're just not able to find the right hole. But we are going to take this one into half. 10-3. We start with the ball in the second half, so I'll roll with it. But looking at the stats here, passing yards 134 from the Chiefs, 88 from us, but running the ball 68-7. That's how we like things. And if you do remember in the wild card last year, I think it was wild card, Donovan Edwards ran for crazy numbers. We haven't had that kind of success yet. Jordan Marshall, though, did bust off a 50-yard run. But the Jets here, I want to see how they're doing as they are losing to the Cardinals. Beck doesn't have a completion. Is that why there's no stats there? No freaking way. Deebo Samuel there left San Francisco, so that is a little interesting. Starting in the second half, let's try with Marshall to start this drive off well. I want to make this a 2-score game again. Marshall on the return with the acceleration, the speed. Can we break this one to the outside? And there he is. Jordan Marshall continuing to make plays for us. Down the sideline, nobody giving chase, and that's what we need from the running back. The rookie continuing to make plays for us across the board. Running the ball, catching the ball, and now returning the ball, having the speed to just break down one wide open. Our first return touchdown since, I don't know when, I think maybe Chiefs on a punt return, but a kick return wise, that may, you have to go back to season 1 to find it from Frank Gore Jr., as that is how you get a 2-score lead. Really good job. And I guess coming out, we're still going to run the 3-4. They had a decent drive last time, but that's okay. I'm still going to sit in how we're going to roll things. I know they put together that good drive, but I mean, against them right now, as long as we can stop Pachenko on the run, that was a weird cutback lane he took. We should be golden because the receiving corps isn't that good. You know, I think their offense at an 89 overall is really buried in their offensive line, but we've still been managing to fluster Patrick Mahomes every now and then, shutting down the run. I think our defense matches up very, very well. As a run here, Ojabo's able to swallow him up. Pepper's able to finish it off. He's got 9 carries for 7 yards. So they're already in a 3rd and 5. We are bringing a zone blitz. So it's going to be a little interesting here. Looking for this tight end to sit as they go out the outside. Caught by a Bouquet. And Bouquet breaks the tackle down the sideline. Does step out, though. And that play could have been a lot scarier if he did stay in bounds. So we have to resettle back down. No, I was talking, hey, I'm comfortable where we are right now. The answer still stands. But we still have to play really good defense. As a good tackle from Jerome Baker will seal that. So I'm trying to think. Trade deadline's coming up. We made a lot of moves in this franchise. We gave up a lot of picks to win now, to build this team the way we wanted to. And I really, really like the way we have done it. We have a quarterback right now who hasn't, made a lot of plays for us, but has just gotten consistently good over the past 3 seasons. Obviously benched him in year number 1. Justin Fields came in, but we went back to him towards the end of the season, and he really proved to us that, hey, let's give him a shot. So we rolled into the next part of the second year, fully trusting in Bo Nix, and he made even more plays for us as we do get Patrick Mahomes off of his game, but he just does slide down, make it a 3rd and 14. And this year, his passer rating is one of the best in the league, if not the best in the league. 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I don't like the interception numbers, but other than that, we're in a really good look here as they do pass it out to the outside, leading him right into Kobe Bryant. But CJ Gardner-Johnson couldn't cover Rashid Rice. I think I'm going to switch to cover by overall, but Juszczyk is in a fullback that we know all too well, maybe trying to lead the way for a run, as it is going to be a play action instead as they just dump it off to the tight end again, this time different one though. So we do have it set by overall now, and that's going to allow, I think, Lester to really have his way, because at the 3rd corner, he's going to be matching up against some lesser guys, but they do go screenplay, and Ojabo continuing to be an impact guy off the edge, blowing that one up. And on this blitz, it's going to be up to Javon Bullard. Javon Bullard's been known for being able to cover some tight ends for us. I'm looking forward here again as they do go out the outside. And Kobe Bryant's got the interception, ran the route for Ibuka, and it's going to be a running race. Kobe Bryant down the sideline. Does he have the speed? Rashid Rice, really known for his speed, but we're able to drive that one into the end zone. Kobe Bryant, really good play. Not the best throw from Patrick Mahomes. That's the pressure we put on. But Kobe Bryant having multiple pass deflections in this game. Now an interception to add. You saw him break in on it. Such a good pick. And the Chiefs, we've gotten up like this before in a game. It's all going to come down to our ability to close out. Almost came back on us in the playoffs, but 24-3 is the scores. Palmer Williams is going to do what Palmer Williams does. Put this out of the back of the end zone. And we're definitely going to now have to see Patrick Mahomes try to turn on, really try to throw them back into this game. But he's got 2 interceptions already. Because now I'm really convinced we're not going to change up anything here. No issues for our team, as we are just going to try to go on the pass. As never mind. Oh my goodness. What was that? Broken cover. Who was supposed to be on him? As Rashid Rice takes that one into the end zone on a 1-play touchdown. Javon Bullard was in coverage with him, but I think he just got stuck up in that bunch look. So not the best play from the 3rd year man. Really needed him to make good plays for us there. That is horrendous. That is absolutely so bad. We've talked about that's what we can't allow those. We were literally just talking. We cannot allow a comeback to happen. And that's an easy way to start it, an 8-second touchdown. So we're going to slow things back down in the run. 14 points now to separate the 2 teams. And I'm going to start by trying to return this one with Marshall. Why not? He's already got 1 today. Let's see if we can do it again as we are looking for Little Lane. He's so dangerous, man. He's so dangerous. So we are going to start off with Marshall on a run. Looks like they are trying to stuff up a run, and we're just trying to get a cutback lane, but they swallowed all up there. And with the run game, obviously, them just waiting on it, we're going to go to the play action and also to the screen game a lot here as Edwards able to pick up a couple to make it an easier third down. And Bo Nix, only 94 yards today passing the football. It really shows the rest of our team has made plays. But a lot of those passes today have been to Darius Slayton. I mean, other than that, we haven't really spread the ball much around. But on a 3rd and 6, it's maybe time to finally do that here as I am kind of rolling out. I scrambled out the wrong way as we were going to set our feet, try to throw across. And I tried to set our feet to throw as that was just a horrible picks. That was a horrible play. But there is a roughing the passer. You want to talk about getting bailed out? That is how you get bailed out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is how you get bailed out completely. We got called for a pass, roughing the passer on an interception crossbody throw. I'm not going to lie. I was trying to go to Jawan Johnson because nobody ran along with him up and over the top. So I thought that maybe, I was like, hey, on the off chance that this works, that'd be awesome. And if not, I was kind of banking on an interception here. But Marshall's going to cut this one up for a first down. Yeah, there's no way that should have worked at all. But Kadarius Toney, something we did with him last game that I really liked was the jet sweep. We're going to go back to it here and try to get it as he puts the ball on the ground. So we're not going back to it. Okay, noted. Write it down in the playbook. Not going back to it. As with them stacking the box here again, this is where I'm looking for that C gap with Marshall. This play could really open up. No, it can't. That's what we had the big run on last time. And Marshall really slowing down. 7 carries for 3 yards outside of the 1 play for 50 on the day. And on 3rd and 13, look, we shouldn't even be in this position. It should be the Chiefs' ball right now. We're going to have to try to throw, but I see a broken coverage, and if we could fit it in, that'd be nice. Slayton up and over the top, beating Hardy, and he's in for a touchdown. Maybe slow down a second too little bit, but no freaking way. Darius Slayton, the coverage breaker, playmaker himself, winning and losing in rock, paper, scissors, shoots, but definitely winning and finding the end zone. Darius Slayton, what a fantastic play. Just a little corner route there and completely getting Hardy broken down in coverage as we are now up 31-10 against the Chiefs. And we're going to sit back in some zone coverages now. That's our first touchdown pass too in over almost 6 quarters. So that's a great feeling. Rashid Rice really driving home that he is a number 1 for the Kansas City Chiefs. But yeah, we're going to sit in a lot of cover 4. We're going to sit in a lot of cover 3 looks. Really try to get them doing and getting in bad looks as they break off another run here. Pacheco down the sideline, breaking tackles here. And as I try to pinch everybody down, but they did run a stretch play to the outside around it. So definitely a good scheme up by then. So I really got to figure out where we can resettle back down where we're making our mistakes. Maybe we're getting a little too busy and too much in the freaking screen, as that's another big play made. This one tipped up on the screen look, and I am going to go fake the blitz here as they're running a guy at the outside, and it's a screen play out there to the running back. Simmons giving chase, but thank goodness we have a guy there to make a play. Nate Adkins, the big tight end who got 4 touchdown receptions in 1 game, goes down with an injury. And that's a great feeling for us. But their other tight ends are better. And I think that's going to mean Juszczyk is going to be in. That tight end for the remainder of this game is underneath. We do almost make the tackle, but Rashid Rice sneaks his way through to get the first. And Mahomes doing a really good job of keeping this team in the game. Almost 300 passing yards, but they only have 10 points to show for it. This is a play action. We're rolling out to the outside. And we're trying to go for the big hit on the tight end. Not going to work. And we're going to continue to apply pressure, I guess, if things aren't working as they go quick to the outside. And we do enough to stop the first down. Is Westbrook Nikine there with the reception? Because I am going to guess run. I'm not going to... Actually, I'm going to guess pass. I don't want to guess run, but it is the end of the 3rd quarter. Going out into the 4th, 31-10. Our team is absolutely cooking. Defense got a touchdown. Special teams got a touchdown. And other than that, 2 more offensive touchdowns and a field goal. You know, we're putting up good points, but everybody around us is scoring. It's not just our offense. So Pacheco is going to try to be in there at the gap, go for the run, but it is a really bad coverage out there by Leicester. And they are going to be sitting 1st and goal early. But on this 1st and goal, will they go run? Will they go pass here? They are going to go the air quick and easy as they do go out the outside. And it's good coverage by Kobe Bryant again in the red zone. And maybe now they'll smarten up and go to the run. But no, they go to the air again. I'm looking for any crossers, any in routes. Patrick Mahomes is scrambling. Do we have enough? No, Patrick Mahomes running his way into the end zone. Still doesn't have a passing touchdown today. but still putting up 6 for the Chiefs. 17-31 is the score now. We're still up by 2, but it's still a very long fourth quarter ahead of us. And with 11 minutes still on the board, it is going to be a rough one. But Marshall, maybe open it up again with another one. Maybe I'm getting a little too excited here as they completely track us down this one down to the 15. But Slayton's got 5 for 122 today. Really good job from him. And I want to start off running the football, but other than our one big run today, we haven't had a lot of success. As we are going to try here just to cut it up, get a good lane. And we got Jordan Marshall again making plays up the middle for us. 9 of 64. There we go. Finally his first big run. Maybe the struggles are gone here as we're going to try this run one more time. Really good blocking from Donovan Edwards up the middle. He's got 11. So maybe now it's Blake Corum's turn here. Let's see what we can do. And this one looks actually bottled up. Never mind. Blake Corum still having a really bad day running the football. There's always one. Out of the 3, I feel like there's always one who's just not quite there, but that's okay. As watch this. Marshall's going to bust this one off for a solid 9 and a first down. Solid run, and we don't bust it down, but it is a penalty. See? Look, called it. Kind of. Maybe. Don't put a lottery ticket on it just yet, but we do get the face mask to give us another 15 as we are just trying to waste time here. We know they're so stacked in the box playing run. This is going to be ridiculous here. We're going to be lucky to get a run off as we do. Blake Corum into the open field. Blake Corum, that's what we need him for. I really thought they were going to fully run commit on us, but we've gotten no passes on this drive yet, and we're already within the 30-yard line as we do try to cut this one back just a little bit. Can we beat him to the outside? No, we can't. Campbell sitting there with 9 tackles today. We're really making this Chiefs defense work. Controlling time of possession here as we're going to try to break this one off to the outside again. Don't quite have the speed with Donovan Edwards to do that. Marshall maybe, but Williamson doing a good job in filling, and we're finally going to have to go to the air. Let's see what we can get here as we move Marshall in motion. Really a corner following him out. May allow Hale underneath to get open as we are going to get him. Hale's going to be in the open field. Good job from him as we do just go up down at the 11. That's maybe the only pass we need on this drive as we're taking a lot of time off this clock, doing exactly what we wanted to do as we will have the lane up the middle. Jordan Marshall falling forward, 11 for 75. But hopefully this pitch play can clear it all out. Pitch to the outside. Good blocking from Donovan Edwards. Can the big man get there? Yes, it is. Blake Corum diving to the end zone. Blake Corum in for the score, and that'll add just a little bit more to our lead. We have no signs of slowing down. The sliders are becoming harder and harder every single game. I did up them from last game, and maybe this will put this game out of reach, but the win streak does look like it's going to continue for us here today. Really, really solid job. But I'd really like to see no more slip-ups from our defense, no more scores up on the board, because we have some tough games ahead of us where our offense is not going to be able to click like this. You've seen it across the board. We've actually played some pretty bad defenses this year, a lot of really good offenses, which has been tests for us. But what scares me is a team like the Baltimore Ravens, a team like where we almost have an interception. Oh my goodness. But between the tough defenses, that's where we have struggled. Even in the Super Bowl, you saw they played a really good defense, the Carolina Panthers did, and that allowed 2 on the back end just to dime us up across the field, really leave no contention, no issues. So we are only going to rush 3 here. Everybody else sitting in man-to-man coverage, and I'm really comfortable with that. So we are going to roll out actually out the outside, and we don't get the breakup. Lester getting burned again there, and with our guys tired, I have to sit in zone coverage. Cannot go man-to-man. Guys across the board, everybody's moving a little slow. The clock continues to whittle its way down. I'm looking up the seam for something to break across as we are going to run with it. Patrick Mahomes is going to take off, and ooh, my goodness, if that was a hit from Abdul Carter, that had fumble written all over it. Another rush 3 situation. I'm going to see if I can press this seam guy. Just really knock him off of his route, as it is just going to be inside look anyways. Instead, they go to that guy, and we missed the tackle. Are you serious? That's such a bad look. We missed the tackle over there. And they're so far out of this game, but they continue to press the fact. This is such a weird look. What? Are we mixed up? Is this a broken coverage look for us? Hopefully not, as they do go quick to Pacheco down the sideline. We missed the tackle. Pacheco breaking some. But I would love a sack coming out, especially from Brian Burns. I don't know what Brian Burns' deal is, but I need some love from him. He's been giving us a lot here. They go to a run. Brian Burns, though, can't make the tackle, cleaning that up. And I really didn't expect that to happen. Really did not expect the Chiefs to actually run the football there. That's kind of wild, as they do have guys in different looks. I have to move some people around. Man in motion, though, as it is going to be into the shot, into the window, and Kyle Juszczyk had his chance and missed it. Could have been a good story, catching a touchdown against your former team, but I'm definitely do not want to let that happen. So we're going to sit on it again. Slant routes coming out. We get the break up against Kyle Juszczyk again. This time could have gotten the interception with Bullard, but really went for the swat because I didn't know if we were going to get stuck behind him. But I'll still take that read all day of the week in this game. All comes down to this right here. And he sort of sit routes as we get across, and I drop it this time with Bullard. I was this close to getting the interception. And so this is all going to be now about running down this clock. And we run the ball effectively. We get a few first downs and just let this one go into the oblivion, out to the outside. We're not able to break tackles, but they're not burning timeouts just yet. Very, very nice. Blake Corum's going to come in, stretch play the outside, and if we could really have our guys take care of the force men here, this is where we can break it off. Clock dwindling down. Can we take care of the force? No, the hole's going to open up inside, though. Chris Jones is there, and we are still going to let this one go on the ground. We're going to try to run it here. One juke move, can't get it to work, but that's going to bring it to the 2-minute warning. We are going to have to punt this football away, and so with Palmer Williams, punt today, something we're not used to seeing from him at all this season. I wonder how many punts he's actually had, but Lester doing a good job coming downhill. Can't make the big hit. Out to the outside, though, we do finally stop him. Louis Cine, who has gotten decent time this year, nothing crazy, does come up and make the tackle, but they're going to be back to it, throwing this ball fast, throwing this ball hard down the field, trying to drive it quick late in this game to really no avail. But why not try to make a stop here as we're going to run crossing route? Nope, but Simmons is going to get the catch. Good juke move coming out from him as he's now almost got 400 passing yards on the day and only 17 points to show for it, which is a great feeling. I'll have a quarterback pass for 400 all day long if it means that we're just going to have success. I'm going to run with this as it is caught at the middle. Rashid Rice does make the grab. We're going to sit in a Tampa 2 instead. Move away. Brian Burns is going to drop. That could be a little bit interesting, but they're going 5 wide. And usually cover 2 against a 5 wide is just a really bad look, but it does work out here as Lester, solid tackle, and they do finally burn a timeout here late in this ball game. We're going to give our guys just a chance to breathe as Jabril Peppers is coming into the box as it's going to be quick to the outside, and I really thought Marcus Jones was going to be there, but Tyler Van Dyke making the catch. That is just the weirdest thing ever to see. There is no way. I'm going to leave Tyler Van Dyke one-on-one on that side. We're just going to cover this side strictly here. The man in motion, we're going to run out as they are going to wait for the throw, as they do just dump it off. I left him. I thought I was going to set up there for the interception. But where's Tyler Van Dyke? I want a man coverage. Everybody away from Tyler Van Dyke. Well, man-to-man here. That's just a spike, thank goodness. I looked at the man covers there last second. I was like, there's no way that should be happening. As we're going to put him in man coverage and him in man coverage and just run with it here underneath as they do just settle. 16 seconds left. They burned their last time out. We have to hold him out of the end zone here. This is not what I'm having happen late. I do not want to let up a score. Keep him under 20. That's the goal here, as it is going to be a broken coverage. Out to the outside. He catches it and he's in. No. But that is going to be it for the end of this video. The Chiefs scored, but we still walk away with a win. Keep our win streak alive late, going almost to the trade deadline. And at this point, do we even need to make any moves? No. But will I make a move? Probably. You know me. You've been through a couple seasons of Patriots franchise now, but thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what moves you want to see, and I will see you in the next one.